doing? How y'all doing today, y'all? I miss y'all so much. AK, what's going on? Why is you laughing, man? Why is you starting off laughing, man?
Y'all, this happened is late because she was eating.
No, it was not my fault. Okay, so this what happened. What had happened was what had happened? Oh, I was already hungry, right? I was, hey, Trash Can Ways. Oh, hey, not so awesome Larry. Awesome Larry. So what had happened was I was already hungry, right? And so out the blue, Kay sends me like, Kay is an exquisite cook. Like this girl, I can see why her husband put her with her bullshit. So she's an exquisite cook. So so she sends me like these pictures of like her fabulous dishes and stuff like that. All right. So I was already hungry. Okay. First one. Okay. Then she sends me this other picture of everyone just going in, like all the food she made, right? And so I just had to make me a quickie little snack. Man, I mean, I was going to eat anyway, but my God, I mean, that food just really got me roaring. So anyway, how y'all doing? I really, 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 really missed y'all so much. How was
everyone?
How was your Christmas? Well, we've seen each other since Christmas, right?
Yes, we did. Yes.
Okay, how was your New Year's?
My New Year's was wonderful.
Okay, what made it so?
I bought in the New Year in the bed with my husband.
And what y'all was doing in the bed on New Year's night? What y'all do?
Sleeping.
Y'all sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
I was in the bed too, girls.
Mm-hmm.
You said what, girl?
I feel some more good sleep too. Yeah. Good sleep.
Oh, okay.
Then, I didn't cook New Year's Day, but I cooked yesterday.
Okay.
So that was the second picture I sent you. The first picture was tonight's dinner.
Right. Yeah, she's sending me pictures of shrimp and she's doing zucchini and kale and she was prime rib.
Girl, that thing was tight. I marinated. He smoked it. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. But Kay just sent me a picture. It was just divine. So how was y'all New Year's? Mine, I woke up to a big, fat, juicy period. Yeah.
No, you did not. Wow, you did not.
Yes, no, because that was wrong. It was not. I mean, I don't keep up with my menstrual cycle because I'm not having sex. So, I'm not going to pop up with an old lady. I'm at that age where I can pop. Trash Can Waves, you the one was talking about periods or something. What was Trash Can Waves saying about periods one time? He was trying to say a period joke, but it was kind of whack. I do remember that because I was very disappointed because Trash Can Waves can really.
Because the what's it called? The joke itself kind of fell short. So yeah, I was expecting it to be like awesome because he's a great storyteller. But yeah, the joke, I don't remember. It didn't seem to land right. It didn't land right.
Yeah. Like he always, like you said, he always gives like the best stories. He always have the best zingers. And then he hyped us up, right? He's like, I got the best period joke, but I don't know if y'all ready. We're like, yeah. But I don't know if y'all ready. Yeah. And so then he finally tells it, and it's like, okay, so yeah, what's up? And then it's like, that was it. It's like, okay. So our point is, Trash Can Waves, is you owe us a good period joke. But yeah, I woke up to a big, fat, juicy one, right? So my body obviously was thinking I was gonna get some New Year's dick, and she thought she was gonna come in and make it the red room. But I was
not.
But my people,
we're on live right now. This is not just you and me. Everybody can hear us.
Man, everyone knows that we have periods. I mean, I'm glad I still got a period, girl. I should have an old lady baby just for the hell of it. Just give someone an old lady baby. Shit, ruin their life.
Okay.
And then with my luck, I have an old lady baby and then slide into menopause and just be a complete monster.
Old lady come out here looking like Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was born old.
Girl, what? You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. You are so true on that, girl.
Back in the 70s movies, he still looks old.
Yeah, he never did look young though. You are so right. I'm trying to think.
Came up pretty
Um,
bigger.
Oh, Trash Can Wave saying something sexy. He said it's the imagery for me, like some drippy red candy. Like I know, like
That's not sexy. No, baby, that wasn't him trying.
candy
That was not
apple.
sexy.
You know when
No,
a candy
that
apple
I thought, let's
leave the whole
stop.
period thing
All
is on.
yes, let's,
Oh, okay,
let's,
okay. All right.
no, no,
Okay.
no. I haven't had any alcohol today. I cannot do this.
Oh, well, why you don't have any? What's your problem?
Oh, I don't know. Didn't have an urge to drink
Oh,
anything today.
okay,
I
okay,
went yesterday with dinner, and I'm good. I'm good for
okay.
the week.
Well, Trash Can Waves agrees with you. He's like, no.
Yeah,
I thought
wasn't
he was
nobody trying to be sexy. Just no. Mm-mm.
not the candy apple. No candy. I like them candy apples when it be drippy. Okay,
No,
okay.
the association, ma'am,
Trash Can Waves,
ma'am,
you don't like a drippy candy apple? You know you like a drippy candy apple. You know you like it.
ma'am,
Huh?
get your life,
Okay.
get your life.
Also, I've been trapped at work, and I can't really let go, and plus I don't want to talk to them like that anyway.
So you still
So,
get the
so I am pent up. I am ready to play. Oh, I'm ready to play. Mm. So slow me down. You know when I'm at home, I'm by myself. Oh, then my door. My kid was home, and then she left, so I have to get back used to everything being quiet. I don't talk. I don't turn TV on or anything. So I'm just pretty bottled up right now. I'm sorry, Kay. I'm not like you. I don't have a man to talk to. I don't have a husband to talk to. I don't have a boyfriend. I mean, good grief. I mean, what?
But I'm with Trash Can I got a little bit of throw up in my throat.
Trash Can, he's a dirty dog. He likes it. He likes that drippy candy apple. And he slurps it right on up. And he do. He do. You lie. Anyway, so today's topic is what, Kay? So
Praise God. Oh.
No, you did not have no patience. You on your high horse today. Oh, look at Kay. Yo, check this out. Kay on her high horse. Oh my.
This is something we could have that backstage conversation all day, but we are not.
High horse today, honey. Okay, so
but I'm judging.
High horse, honey. Excuse me. Okay, let me watch myself. So anyway, so we're talking about what I'll be forgetting the topic.
Marry someone that's easy to divorce.
Yeah,
how this topic come from?
How to marry someone that's easy to divorce. So this topic came from because I was on TLA, and this is one of the points I made that when you get married, you want to get married to someone that you know you can easily divorce. Just like for who's on the thumbnail?
What?
Who's on the thumbnail? Megan Good and Devon Franklin.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah.
Right. Okay. So, are they not having thus far? Everything is amicable. Everything is quiet. Everything is respectful. Is that not what you want in a spouse? Is that not?
I mean, but no, what you want in a spouse is a lifetime partner.
Right, you do.
Looking for someone that is easy to get rid of.
Well, okay, so this is the twist. The twist is, and this is probably like some chaotic truth, that guy that came on, he said, y'all gonna kick me off the panel. And then I was like, nah. And then I was like, yeah, I can see how that happens. But, it's like, not necessarily you go in like, okay, you're a great person. You're going to be easy to divorce. You're a great guy. You're going to be great to divorce. But in the concept of you want to marry someone that is kind-hearted, someone who is not messy, someone who is going to,
People change.
Yeah, people can change, but there's certain foundations of like, okay, for example, my first husband, like I would never think in a million years he would give me an issue when it came to a divorce. And he wasn't actually. All of the men I married, they weren't hard to divorce at all.
I'm sorry, this sounds like all of the men I married.
Yeah, all of them. They were all easy to divorce. I mean, don't get it twisted now. There was some twists and turns. There were some messy little, parts of it, but that's just a relationship. But when it came down to the actual, and I'm not saying that's the goal of marriage is to eventually get a divorce. And no, trash can ways, not a pushover, but someone that you know is genuinely a good-hearted person, genuinely someone that they are good, and that is the modality of who they are. It's not just, you know, like a lot of times you can marry. Okay, let me give you an example. Even though my third husband, even though I felt like it was gonna be any issues, of divorce or anything like that. But I knew before we got married that he had certain ways about him. You know what I'm saying? So before you get married, you should, look out for those red flags. And whatever that is kind of bad at the beginning, before you get married, imagine those times 1,000.
I agree with that. You,
Mhm.
you get signs in advance of what you're gonna be dealing with.
Let me see. Great. Get Trash Can Wave say, get a man that won't fight too hard, but for you, but just enough.
Yeah, no, I want you to fight for me. We
Yeah.
got to be in this fight together. Well, I mean, I'm serious. I mean, because I'm looking to preserve a marriage. I ain't looking to leave a marriage.
Right. Yeah.
So you want somebody that's going to get in that fight with you and, want to do what it takes to keep the marriage together. If you both put in everything, then at some point, if it doesn't work, then you have to walk. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be easy to divorce because I'll be honest. If it was easy to divorce, I would have been divorced a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad. I'm ready to go. Or he did something stupid. I'm ready to go. I did something stupid. I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be easy. I don't want it to be easy for me to leave. Because if it's easy for you to leave, you won't sit and think about it and really contemplate,
Right.
weigh your pros and cons, and see what you really need to do versus what I want to do in this moment. If it's too easy, that's not what marriage is supposed to be.
Right.
So why would I fight if it's easy to leave?
Right.
Oh shit, I'm done. Deuces. No, that's not what marriage is supposed to be. That's dating.
Right.
I need some entanglement so I can think and contemplate. Is it really worth me leaving? Why am I leaving? At the end of the day, why am I leaving? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is it really that bad? I mean, no, we're not talking about abuse. So we're not talking about cheating and whatever. We're talking about somebody that we want to fight with. We want to fight for. I don't
Right.
that whole let me get out easy kind of no. If it's so easy, then what's to keep me there? I'd have been divorced 20 years ago, literally.
Yeah. Let me see. Trash Can Wave say Kit K got with a bad husband. I think he meant Tish got with a bad husband in these terms because he fought hard K then. K got with a husband in these terms on these terms because he fought hard and kept her. Trish say not how it's supposed to go. You said what, okay?
I'm not sure I understand that because I part of it seemed like he was talking to you, then it seemed like he was talking to me.
I think he was boyfriend. So he's saying that he was trying to compare the men. He was trying to say that you have a husband that fought for you, and I had men that didn't. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't say because I don't think your first husband just gave up.
No. But it was just one of those situations that it was just, it don't matter what he did. I was gonna go. It was just, know what I'm saying?
I get that. I'm just saying in general though, I don't think that's how marriage is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's supposed to be set up for you to easily just walk away. I think you're supposed to put the work into it to see where it's supposed to go.
Right. But we've been realistic.
You read it horrible.
No, I did. I always read
it. See you in a minute. What's up,
Hey, Adrian. Hey, Miss Messy Boots. What you got messy for us today, girl?
Stop calling her Messy Boots.
That's Miss Messy Boots. She knows she Miss Messy Boots, honey. How you doing, Adrian? How is your New Year's? What is do you have like a New Year's resolution or what do you have going on?
I don't make New Year's resolutions.
Okay, so nothing you want to do differently this year?
I mean, I'm always going to do something different. Yeah, I got some things I want to accomplish this year, but I don't do them as resolutions. I'm going to finish my second book.
Okay.
And what you call it? We're supposed to be closing soon on this land.
Okay.
Building my compound. That's She's working on the campaign for 2022.
Right.
Let's see. I have some other goals I don't really want to discuss online, but those are the biggest ones.
Okay, right. Like, so what are the ones you don't want to
So to
discuss
do what I
online?
gotta do. What'd you say?
I said, what were the ones you don't want to discuss online?
You really just asked me to discuss online when I just said I want to discuss online.
I said it like I was right. Like I didn't say that. The trash can waves. He said she got black Achilles for y'all. I'm not sure what that means. What trash can waves? What the hell are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, dude? And he said we will see. He said, will we see videos? K. He's tired of. He's tired. Oh, I'm not sure if he's talking about your compound or if he's just talking about seeing videos from you on YouTube. You know, because he's clearly tired of my face. So.
Oh, did she just disappear on me? Okay,
I did that on purpose because that's what he wants.
Okay, so I don't know. I might do some type of chronicles of our journey. Look, I used to do a what you call it. I was contemplating for a while doing. I had a Sprinter van, and I was going to do Sprinter van chronicles, and then I changed my mind, and then I was going to do RV chronicles, and changed my mind. So I don't know. I think I have a thing, believe it or not, with being on camera. So I let you talk me into this shit, but I don't like being on camera.
I hate being on camera. I hate it because first of all, I'm ugly on camera. I think personally, I look better in person. I think so.
I think it was better in person too.
Right. So the camera just does not do me any good, and then I just don't know how to play with the lighting and stuff. So I don't like the camera either.
I got you. Yeah, I'm not a fan of being on camera. So maybe one day I'll get around to it. Doing something. I still might do the RV Chronicles. I don't know.
All right, that would be hot. That would be really hot. But so to the topic, Adrian, what do you have to think about the topic? Sorry to tell. Shut up. You just like it because you like how I look in bed. That's how you like. You like me butt ass naked in bed, so that's why you think I look better in person.
But, you butt ass naked in bed?
Yeah. So trying to always say y'all both cute, actually really beautiful. However, I can testify for the in-person look. A story to tell, my man. I'm just joking. Because if I was in bed with a story to tell, then he'd have a story about how all like candy apple dripped everywhere on New Year's night.
You think I look the same on camera as I look in person?
I think so. I think you're consistent.
I think I look the same in person.
I think you do too. I think you're pretty consistent. Yeah. I mean, I'm just not and I hate that my daughter too. She's not photogenic either. Oh my God, we are just both horrible when it comes to camera and pictures and stuff. I hate you know I love my baby. You know she is absolutely gorgeous, but she looks much better in person as well.
On camera the other night too.
Right, but don't you think she looks better in person?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we both just kind of suck on camera. But she's young and beautiful, so her sucking is not as hard as my sucking. Let me see.
That doesn't sound right.
So what do y'all have to say about the okay, so you disagree. So of course you disagree with me because when you go into a marriage, you're supposed to go into it forever. Right. But realistically, people aren't going, they go into it for forever, but what's the marriage where it's like 50%, 60% of all divorces, of all marriages in a divorce. So, it's not necessarily go get married and story that tells us talk about that one time when we were laying in bed and we was having these hot cookies and milk and it spilled everywhere. It's just so crazy. He's so crazy.
I can't with you. No, ma'am. Okay.
Anyway, I'm just joking.
You're supposed to get married.
Yeah. When you just
always happen.
It doesn't 50 to 60% of the time. It doesn't happen. But
it wasn't amicable. Divorce is messy and it's messy for a reason. It's to discourage divorce. But what it discourages is remarriage.
It does.
If people are determined to get divorced, they're going to divorce.
You said what again?
If people are determined to get divorced, they're going to get divorced.
Right, it's gonna go down. You're right. I mean, like it. You know, I have to think. I have to think. You know, like when it was just time to go, it was just time to go. You know what I'm saying? But I was in a different mindset. Totally. I mean, I'm not gonna go through all of my idiosyncrasies and my issues and all that. This is not this type of channel. But I do pride myself on dealing with men that are baseline decent. So when divorce, so you won't be all screwed over, or get screwed up. They knew I wasn't that type of woman. I knew they weren't that type of man. And when it was time to be over, it was time to be over. That's all to it,
We all would like to be with someone that won't make anything more complicated than it has to be. But like if you get married, okay, so you say someone that's easy to leave, or easy to divorce, more so. Here's the problem with that. So you get married, say you've been married 10 years. In 10 years, you've accumulated stuff. That's where things get messy most of the times. It's on the valuables and how you split these things, and if you have children, and that's where it becomes difficult. So once you have kids, divorce definitely gets more difficult. So how are you supposed to marry someone and actually try to have a life together with someone and be like, well, yeah, I'm hoping if the time comes, easy to walk.
Right.
How does that work?
Okay,
I mean, once you start to accumulate things together, kids and material goods, things get complicated.
Okay, so this is the twist of the whole, and like Before the Billion says, the title is hilarious. And so let me see, Adrian Nash, wrong stream, keep that low. What? Hold on. Oh, and Adrian, it is true too. He at least give for a 5 for real, 5 and 1 night for real. So sometimes you can get a 7th out of them. Just depends on how much cookies and milk are flowing. I don't know. It just depends. Anyway, so okay, you are really on your high horse tonight. You come into the new year.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You came in. We were talking about me and Story to Tell because he want to crank up like we already got it in. What did we see each other? So I'm gonna take it all the way. I'd say, what's that?
I got that part.
So anyway, so it's about when you meet somebody, it's not necessarily about marriage, straight line, beeline divorce. No, it's not anything like that. I'm just saying when you meet someone and you're dating someone, can you easily divorce them? Do they have a nasty streak in them? Do they have
How would you marry them if they did?
People do it all the time. What do you mean? So my point.
That's on them. They get what they deserve at that point. You saw the nastiness in advance.
Right. I mean, but sometimes even it's like ignoring the red flag. So yes, we all see it, but how many times do we ignore it? So that is the whole premise of where I was trying to go with it. If you see that person has a nasty streak in them, don't think it's going to get any better. No, sure as hell don't think if things should go wrong, they're gonna be a real prince with you when it's time for divorce. Like if you see someone with a selfish streak, what do you think is gonna happen with divorce? They're gonna try to take all your shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So those are the things, of course I'm not saying, and I'm not that much of a deviant to a point where I just totally give up on marriage and think that all marriages are going into divorce. I wouldn't want a 4th husband if I thought marriages could be, and that's the testament to how smooth sailing my divorces went. I haven't been burned to the point where I'm like, you ever met women or men? They've been so burnt by divorce that they are bitter. They will never get married again. They torture. They do date because they want to have sex, but they want to torture the person with their, just like that man who unfortunately deleted those 2 women, that say the day is the day, that the nurse and anesthesiologist who went and deleted his girlfriend that was pregnant, and then went and deleted his ex-wife. You remember that topic?
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it just happened. I'm just not saying it in a way that I said. But you know, people are just, let me see the titles. People are just crazy. And so it's just all about discernment. Mm-hmm.
So instead of saying marry someone that's easy to divorce, it should be more so, don't marry an asshole.
Sure.
You know, avoid that altogether. I mean, you're supposed to use the same gift of discernment that's telling you this person would be easy to divorce to say this person would be a pain in the ass to divorce. So let's not even put a ring on this finger, or let's not take this to the altar because this person is an asshole deep down. So chances of, you know, being able to walk away smoothly is slim to none.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, the goal is not to walk away smoothly, but the goal should be not to engage in something that could not possibly have a positive outcome because that person has a nasty soul. Wouldn't that be a better option than just leave that person alone before things get too serious? Because they've already shown you who they are.
But how many times it happens?
Yeah, but by then you've already married the person, so they're not easy to divorce. So, bam, we got to use that discernment before we say I do. It all comes back to the same thing, which is don't marry someone that's going to be hard to divorce.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Someone's trying to figure out if that's a green screen behind you.
Right, you say, is that the green screen behind you? Because I don't see you play no piano. Actually, I do play piano. Thank you.
She does play the piano. She's very good at it too.
Thank you. Trash can't wait. I know you think I'm just some hood booger on YouTube, but I am cultured.
Not a hood booger.
I had to get myself home. That's what he think. He think I'm some hood booger because I let a story to tell ball for candy apples. I mean, that don't make me a hood booger. That just makes me a nasty freak.
Okay.
Oh no, does that make me a freak, or does that make a story to tell a freak? Which one is it?
I think both, but I don't kink shame, but okay, but hold on. Adrian made a comment. She says, oh, some folks have marriages with sunset clauses.
Yeah, what does that mean? You know,
my definition of that, and Adrian, correct me if I'm wrong, is that people walk into a marriage expecting everything to be smooth all the time.
Oh, really? Know?
Yeah, that's what I interpret that to mean. And definitely some people walk into that storybook thinking this is going to be like all the Hallmark movies I watch and all the Harlequin romances I read, and thinking that that's what marriage is. And, you know, marriage is hardly ever that. So that's not real life. That's, you know, fairy tale.
The next time we're going to do a show and we're going to get you to give us the breakdown of healthy marriages. That's going to be a good show.
Okay. I'm good. I'm game for that.
Let me see. Adrian says, you started to tell a useful man is beautiful and there is love in my cooking. Adrian, as far as you know, a story to telling me got something going on and you could just slide up from behind.
She basically just went up in his DMs.
Hey, what about that was my man for real? Disrespecting me. Girl, bye. Adrian's like, girl, bye. Anyway, there's love in my cooking. That's what Adrian said. Hey, Adrian. We said, hey, Tish and Kay, so glad to see you both. I hope you're having a wonderful new year so far. Blessings to you guys in the chat. Thank you so much, sweetie. We appreciate you, Mrs. Mary. So, Mrs. Mary, well, what do you have to say about marrying someone, because you're married, marrying someone that it would be easy to divorce? How do you feel about that title? Because Kay is not feeling it. So how do you feel about it? We see Trash Can Wait, salute to you always. Glad to see you. Do they have a fair personality? Okay. True. Do they have a fair personality?
The Hawk was commenting back on what you were talking about was the person that the guy that deleted 2 people. He said that happened in the DMV. I'm still unfamiliar with that story. Did it just happen?
Okay, so are you really? Yeah, it was a guy, and he did it on live. He did it on Facebook Live. So yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago. It was like a big story. Yeah, so he had a girlfriend, and so he was so extra riled up, so to speak, because he was saying that his ex-wife was blaming him for messing with the children,
Okay.
and they had already gone to divorce,
Like
and
touching?
right.
Okay.
And so he was, in a, I guess so they were in the process of making sure he couldn't have the children anymore or something like that. But he had the children with him at the time. So for some reason, he went on and deleted his girlfriend at the time that was pregnant, due to the fact saying that she was talking trash about maybe that's why, I'm gonna take away your kid too, blah blah blah. He went cuckoo, and he's on live, and he was like talking about all of this, and
How did he delete the girlfriend?
with a
Gun?
mhm.
Okay, say that word either. Okay.
I don't know,
Okay.
but
Hot leg, gotcha. Hot leg.
right, yeah. And so then he went to the, so he's on live talking, today's the day, da da da, and then his ex-wife comes to the door, and that's the wife. She knows that this fool is crazy. As soon as she saw him, he went running after her, and he deleted her as well with the kids in the car waiting. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and what was so weird about the story, he's an educated man. He looks very calm in nature and everything, and he just lost his marbles and did this on Facebook Live with his children waiting in the car.
His kids.
How
old are his kids?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I am not sure.
They caught him, right?
Oh, he deleted himself. He one of those.
Oh, in front of the kids?
Yeah, I think he was
in the house with the ex-wife.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. No, I hadn't heard a word about that.
Right. Yeah. Look, I'll send you the article actually in a minute. I have a baby in my arms, so I can't do anything. Y'all like my shirt?
Somebody wants to know what kind of dog is that? A retriever weenie dog?
Retriever. This is just an old dog. He's 15 years old. He's a weenie dog. He's a miniature Dachshund. So he's 15. He's old. So he just needs a lot of attention. Lots of attention.
BC wanted to know if your ex-husbands have remarried.
My first one is remarried. He's and the third one is now, and the second one no. So yeah, 2 out of 3 got married. Yeah, so everything was cool. I didn't make him hate women or anything. Now the first one, he should have been really done with women, but he was, yeah. The other two, like whatever. Just to see how they treat other people. Jadarin, I don't know about that, because a lot of times people can be really phony and they can treat other people. It doesn't matter how they treat other people necessarily. It's just really how they treat you. Because I know people that will lay down the red carpet for other people and then come home and treat you like total garbage, right, Kay? Or what do you say?
Right, but I do know people that act one way with certain people and act another way with someone else. But the thing is, if I see the potential of you being like that with other people, I have no reassurances that that's never going to turn my way. And I actually have had some run-ins with some former friends where I've seen them, treat other people like crap. But, my relationship with them was so tight. I never thought that I would ever see that part of them turn towards me. And eventually I got that ass to kiss too. And I'm like, wait a minute now, I didn't do shit to you. But, so if you got the capacity to do it, there's nothing stopping you from turning it to any and everybody whenever you deem it's okay to do that. So, yeah, I've learned I won't stick my hand in the lion's cage ever again. So I see you. We see each other, as Nene Leakes said. We see each other. I'm not playing that game with you. I'm not playing that game with you.
Let me see. So what? I would have never had guessed that. That's what's up. What is wrong? Trash Can Ways referring to?
I don't know.
Let me see. Adrian, Trash Can Ways, you are so much more snuggly after that conversation.
Oh yeah, now he's talking about putting a bun in Adrian the oven.
What is that? Are you serious?
That's what it said. That's what it said.
Making Dracula piano playing booger. Shut up. Anyway,
Okay. B
no more
said
idea
from a
for you.
punishment prenup. B, come back and tell us what a punishment prenup is. I ain't never heard of that.
Let's see. Story to tell about to put a bun in Adrian oven set at 450. But no, that thing on brawl.
Okay.
Let me say, welcome Hawk TV. Kay, is it the first time Hawk TV has ever come to our channel that you know of?
That's the first one I've seen. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Hawk TV, for coming. We appreciate you. They say, no, ladies, a marriage with a sunset clause has a specific renegotiation date or end date. Oh, wow. I never heard of that. I know they talk about that a lot. They want to do like marriage licenses, like a driver's license, and ever so many years you renew it or not if you so choose. But I didn't know that was actually like a sunset clause or anything of that nature.
Okay. Interesting.
Let me see. This Odie to Chef says, don't lead Mrs. Nash. Just bat your eyes at him at Trash Can Ways.
Oh, hold on. Did I mix that up? That was a story to tell. Was the one having a baby with Adrian? Did I mix that up? Pascal, my bad. Oh, story to tell is about to put a. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. My bad. I'm bad at speech. Fucking up the chat. Okay, continue. Carry on, girl.
Anyway, some of the men have punishment prenups if the woman leaves, according to TLA. Oops, I just caught up in the stream. Yeah. I guess he loved her to death. Yeah, I guess. He marked her and the wife. Yeah. And himself. High value maniac. Exactly. High value maniac. That's exactly what that nursing anesthesiologist was. Because that's a lot of schooling. That's a lot. I mean, to be an anesthesiologist, I wonder if that's like a doctor or nursing degree or something like that. Mrs. Mary, that is a very interesting question because I would not ever divorce my husband. Marriage is very sacred to us both. I am very blessed. So that would be my best answer for that question. Okay. You and Kay on the same team here.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do believe that, sometimes you got to get a divorce. There are circumstances that definitely say we got to go. But yeah, I'm also one that if you're not happy, you need to go. It doesn't necessarily mean that something dramatic happened in the relationship or he's beating me, he's cheating on me or anything like that. But if you're not happy, I think first you should try counseling. I'm a big fan of counseling. Been there, done that. But if at the end of the day you still cannot make each other happy or you're not happy with each other is a better way of saying that because you got to be happy with yourself first. But if you're not happy with your mate, then I don't believe anybody's supposed to just be miserable.
I don't know. And I can't talk, okay? I cannot talk, but I've learned, okay? But with that being said, I don't believe you should get divorced because you're not happy because happiness is so fluid. I know. I just said I'm the wrong one to say that, Kay. I just said that, okay?
That's not what my friend was for. I just went on a statement. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. But yeah, happiness is fluid. I mean, you're going to be happy at some times, and then there's other times where you're not going to be happy and things is not.
I'm not talking about seasons. We all have bad seasons. I'm talking about you just like you walking around the house and like, man, that motherfucker's still breathing. I mean, it's time to walk. Go find your happiness somewhere else because it's clearly not here.
Okay, but to like an example you gave before, you had like a friend. They haven't had sex in almost 20 some years, you said. And then he got to a point where they both weren't leaving, and they finally had sex, with you giving, great marital coaching to his end, if I'm not mistaken, or her end. I'm not sure how it went. But either way, it may not be the most beautiful marriage at this point, but they did stick it out. They went through a 25-year drought.
But 20 years of not being happy with each other, they should have been gone. Yeah, I gave him some information that helped him get get her juices flowing again, and they were able to start up a sex relationship again, which of course helps every other aspect of the relationship, because if there's good sex, it really does feed into the other parts of the relationship, whereas bad sex also feeds into other parts of the relationship. So, and no sex, that's death to a marriage. So, and I have friends. I have a good girlfriend who, she and her husband they don't have sex at all, pretty much, but they get along great.
Okay.
So, you know, they're really good together as like a power couple, but you know, there's nothing going on sexually for them. But they both seem content with it. Neither one of them are miserable people, but both of them want to have sex. They just have zero desire to put in the work to have good sex together. So it's just like, okay, well, I don't need sex.
Wow.
But it works for them. But they're not. Neither one of them are willing to put in the work to have a good sexual relationship.
Right. So, but they're happy with just giving up and not wanting any sex, you're saying?
They're happy with the other aspects of their marriage, so they're making it enough.
Okay.
It works for you, works for you. I can't knock it. You like it, I love it.
Exactly. I was just about to say. He said, TLA said the men make women sign prenups where the women lose more if they divorce. No child support, alimony, no assets. It usually gets tossed out, but the nerve of these men. Ooh, BC is not playing. Great Lord.
I've heard of that. I didn't know it was called punishment prenup. I've never heard that terminology before. But yeah, I've definitely heard of those clauses put in there so that these women walk away with nothing. And I'm like, but at the same time though, if she knows all that, she knows she signed that, why would she cheat? That's just dumb.
Because it's more hot when you're not supposed to. It's real nice.
I know. We're going to get the divorce.
Juicy
we're going to get the divorce because you about to end up upside down. No, we're not doing that.
All the way upside down too.
It seems like she bought that on herself. At that point, I really don't have any sympathy. Yeah, child support. Yeah, that's a whole different matter. But yeah, you shouldn't get alimony if you cheated.
Yeah, exactly. For real. I mean, you just want
to. You shouldn't get any assets. It depends on where the assets came from, but yeah, you shouldn't get alimony if you cheated.
Now, who is Odie to Chef? Odie to Chef. Welcome to the stream. I believe this is first time seeing you, so we welcome you.
I think that's Ode to Chef.
Ode to Chef. Okay, it was so dumb.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Trash Can Waves, you became a man on the last stream. Glad to see you are no longer blocked on here. I think you need to take a sip of the bone broth. Adrian Nash. Ooh, Adrian, what's up with all these men want to put a baby in it, girl? Girl, you got all these men want to put a baby in it. That bone broth is coming through, girl.
BC asked, were my friends an arranged marriage? No, not at all. Nope. Just been married a long time, and sex was never good, so they just stopped having it.
Next one.
Okay. Another way to explain it would be
no, you missed one with Adrian. Adrian say, "Gay girl, your cleavage is popping. Game recognized game, honey."
Good, I missed that. No,
it's on the screen.
Oh, okay. Hey, thank you.
Oh, how talented. Boop, 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 boop. Let me move my mic. Boop, 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 boop.
Okay, Tish, you're going to have to do this.
Oh. There we go.
They moving, girl. Now they moving.
Y'all like my shirt? I got me a pharmacy shirt. And y'all check out, I have another channel. It's a pharmacy channel. It's called Red. What do you call it? Red Bottom. What is it called? What's wrong with me? Damn, what's the name of the channel?
That might be red too. I don't know. You didn't tell me. I'm finding out with everybody else.
No, stop it. I sent you a picture. Stop it. Rock Bottom Cafe. So it's a pharmacy channel, and I get talk about cautionary tales about drug abuse and addiction and stuff like that. So just getting started. I'm a little stiff, but the editing is amazing. It is fun.
Cafe. Explain that title.
Rock Bottom Cafe. So a
Rock
lot of
Bottom. I'm sorry, Rock Bottom. Okay, now it makes sense. Rock
uh,
Bottom Cafe. I still heard Red Bottom.
I know, right? I'm thinking about
Heard it.
some
I was still
bottom.
stuck on it. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's why I have my pharmacy shirt. And I'm gonna get another shirt that's gonna call Rock Bottom Cafe.
I was
Um,
about to say, yeah, your shirt says "Ask Pharmacist Tish," right?
oh yeah, so that's the name of the organization. And y'all too, I am giving away a free month of mental health with betterhelp.com. So if y'all are interested, check out my email and I'll get y'all a free month. So let me know. And I'm trying to get it where it's going to be like at least 6 months of free mental health therapy. So, but at least the 1 month is
And you're
free.
guaranteeing 1 month right now.
Yeah, 1 month, which is 4 sessions. So you get 4 sessions to air out to, it's even for addiction too. So anyone, I mean, I know no one on here, but it's in general for the people on the replay. If you have even an addiction to any kind of alcohol, pain pills or whatever, they have counselors for that as well. So free 1 month, which is 4 sessions. So let me know in the email. You see, Trash Can Ways, older chef, been here, made myself at home. I'm using bone broth as lubrication. That sounds more delicious than my candy apple. Let me see.
You got one more. You're so nasty. Okay. This is Mary said another way to explain it would be me and my husband both put in work and we put God first in our marriage. So that takes a lot of stress out of it. And knowing the order of marriage helps very much. Oh, I'm all in. I'm all in for the fight. I'm all in for the fight. I'm fighting to the last breath of this man.
Are you serious? I love to
last
hear that.
breath. I'm not going nowhere.
Why would you go for what?
You to get rid of me.
Mm-hmm. Go for what? You already see how it can go down, honey. Ew.
Right. Yeah, that part too.
Girl,
Yeah.
being single.
Not seeing out on the street.
Being single, yeah. I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing going on out here, yo. It's and at the end of the day, I mean, you want someone you can share your life with. You want, I've been blessed to meet wonderful people and stuff like that. And it helps a lot, but usually it's the situations where I'm single, I'm by myself. I have all these ideas, I have all these thoughts and stuff like that, and you have really no one to, sometimes you just want to pillow talk, sometimes you don't want to hear all my bullshit, you don't want to hear about all this. But sometimes you might not want to, so it's good to have that partner, so yeah, you fight to the death, girl, fight into the death of it. That's what it's supposed to be like anyway, so that's great, actually.
Ain't going nowhere.
Thank you. She said she loves my shirt. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love it. I can't do it like Kay though, but and I like how As Pharmacist Tish is like perfectly right under the rims of my boobs. Anyway, do they help with, let me see, do they help with how to be a better addict? I know sometimes it can end up that way, but no, that's not the premise of that.
You got a link?
I don't know. How do I do that? I put the name of it, but I don't know how do you drop links and stuff? I don't know how to do that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I can find it. I'll find it.
Exactly. I don't know how to do that at all. So I already have like 160 subscribers. So y'all check that out and subscribe too. I mean, it might not be a thing.
I have 151 because I'm about to be on it.
Oh, okay. I know, right? But it might not be all type of tea, but check it out and subscribe, support a sister. You know what I'm saying? But and it's good information, because a lot of people, they just feel like addiction is something. Yeah. Me with the cute little raccoon, the little rock bottom raccoon. He's so bad. He's such a bad little thing. He's so bad. I wanted the naughtiest little animals ever. Thank you. Gotta make Kay a mod to drop the link herself. I know, right? Kay, I made you no mod. That was dumb. I'm subscribed.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back to you.
I'm gonna see if I can make you a mod right now. Let's see. I know I'll handle this business on here. Now, let's see. Where are you at, Kay?
KK30, damn, what? You can't find me?
I'm trying to roll up and find you. Which one are you? Oh, here we go. Let me see. Add moderator. There we go. Okay. I did it now. What? What happened?
That's it. I was messing with you.
Okay. 8:36
But it
p.m.
looks different. Oh, okay. Now it shows different. Okay.
How does it look?
Oh no, when I because I posted it the first time, but now I get the little tool next to me, so it shows as a link now.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Trash Waves. Can y'all believe?
Mod.
You said what? You said what?
Shame on it taking you this long to make me a moderator.
Well, how long it take me to take Trash Can Waves off of timeout? What Steve did. I didn't even know how to do that. You had to send me like a 7-year-old YouTube video, but I figured it out though because that was stressing me out.
That's what Steve was. Message was like, "Yo, can you unblock Trash Can?"
Why did you do that?
You know,
Why did you do that?
Block him from my page too. And he was like, "Oh yeah, just Google it."
What you thought Steve was gonna say? You heard that Trash Can Waves?
I thought he was unblock him so that would open him up to our page too. But he was like, "Yeah, just Google it."
Yeah, because he could have easily just done it from his page. He knows all the ins and outs of doing stuff like that. He was straight up being a dick. But yeah, I'm glad Trash Can Waves is back. So but yeah, back to the topic. Yeah, so I think you should definitely marry someone that you can easily divorce.
Oh no, that phrasing is bothering me.
You said what?
Sounds like it's going. I said the phrasing is bothering me because it still sounds like what we're doing is preparing for divorce before we even get married.
I mean, but okay, think about it like this though. Like I said, isn't it preparing yourself to have a better sense of discernment? You know, and stop being in la la land. So it will cause you to stop and think. It will cause, because a lot of times we get wrapped up
in that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I was saying, it's the discernment before you even get into a serious relationship with someone. If someone's showing you signs, believe who they are. They're telling you who they are right now. Don't believe what comes out of their mouth. Watch their actions. So you'll see how people treat other people, and you'll know then whether or not this is somebody you should be committing to. You don't assume just because that's only pointed in that direction, it can't be pointed in this direction. So yeah, you shouldn't even be considering marriage with someone who's showing you that they got a serious nasty side to them. We all got something wrong with us on some level, but when you see real nasty sides like that, that shouldn't even be a candidate for wife or husband.
Right.
If you marry them anyway, then that's on you. Get what you get.
Right. Let me see. I didn't even know. Okay, so I did it. Trash Can Waves. I didn't even know it took away his moderating too.
Why would it take his?
Because when it was booted out, when Steve booted him out, it booted him out.
Oh, so you had to re-add him back as a mod. Oh wow.
Yeah. Steve was a piece of work, wasn't he though? Trash Can Waves, don't be trying to diss me now. Don't do that. Don't do that. You done diss my candy apple. Now you want to diss the wrench. Like, wow, really? Come on now. Don't do me like that.
Like a comedian. I swear. Because you know how a comedian keeps bringing up stuff from the beginning of the act throughout the entire I'm so sick of hearing about this damn candy apple.
Because, girl, you know how hard it was? I mean, to be alone on New Year's. I mean, my body was like, girl, you should be getting some dick. And then I wasn't. Even my body was like, yo, what are you doing? You know what? I got something for you anyway, because I was going to bring this anyway. My body said I was going to do this anyway. So, whatever.
Some action was going on down there. That's what that was about.
Yeah.
You have some action, so you can remember that she's alive and well. Because you've been egging her for 17 months,
Right. So it's to the point I don't even care how long it's been. I mean, I can't even, has it been 17 months? Is it 18 months? I literally can't even keep up anymore. I really just don't care. I'm at that phase with it, or I just don't care. So, but I dropped the link. It's been like a good cool hour. Drop the link. Let me know what y'all think about it. Like especially what do y'all think about preparing for divorce? I mean, hey Ryan Harris, how are you, sweetheart? It's not as bad as I'm making it sound, but I think if you think about the worst case scenario of something, it will get you in check on how to think and move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to say subconsciously, and I've had, I hate to say, amicable divorces. I have, because I knew, and I'm not saying the guys were, like the best guys or anything. I mean, they were decent guys. They weren't like, I have a daughter, so I didn't have to worry about them, lustfully looking at my daughter, or, I didn't have to, worry about them trying, just do a lot of bullshit that men tend to do, whatever like that. But I mean, I am pretty happy that I'm at a state where I still believe in marriage. I still believe in love. And I would love to give it another try and get it right this time. Let me see. A story to tell, school tish man, whatever. Story to tell cannot handle me. He cannot handle. And how did old the chef know about Trash Can Waves anyway?
He's from his page. He's one of his followers.
Okay, got you.
You know what to visit us. And so, Trash Can posted that clip.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was. What do y'all think about Trash Can?
Invited him on and blocked him at the same time. Like, how you gonna call in? But I'm gonna block that ass. So how that work?
I didn't really realize it was that bad. I knew he was saying. I didn't know he was really saying to call in, and then still blocked him. I mean, that was pretty bad, though. I mean, like, if you challenging a man, come in and talk your shit, then you should be open to hearing what a man has to say. But he said that, and then block him. He didn't even. Did he even mention
contradicting him? No man contradicting him. He just, he'll argue with some girls, but he wouldn't argue with a man.
Right. Let me see.
Can't stand toe to toe with a man that does not believe that BS that he's spewing. That part.
Right. Let me see. Your body was a lie. Whoa. Why are we not at hoeing? What does that mean?
Where we get to hoeing? What did conversation change?
Maybe this is a conversation. Wait, now y'all talking about Trash Can Waves dick? What did I miss? Look at Adrian swooping like a hawk on that boy.
When did we do that?
I don't know, but I don't know. She must have heard something about Trash Can Waves and dick. And then
I missed that part.
Let me see. Oops, just caught up in the stream again. Let's see. Ryan Harris says that love thing is starting to sound more like a Disney fairy tale. I think that really comes late down the road during the marriage. What do you mean by
okay, so let me ask Ryan Harris this. Okay, so the love thing is starting to sound more like a fairy tale. So you've not seen positive examples of love in your life where you think it's all fairy tale? Is that what you've been exposed to? Asking for a friend. Go ahead with your question, Tish. I'm sure you had something for him.
No, I was just trying to. I want him to expand on what he was saying because I really don't understand what he was what he was saying.
And I do think that if you watch movies and stuff like that, yeah, it does make it seem like a fairy tale, and that stuff is extremely unrealistic because they rarely show real problems that real relationships go through. That's one of the reasons. What's that name of that show that Mike Epps was doing with oh gosh, who was on that show? Kim Fields. Have you seen it? The Epps. Oh man, I gotta Google it and find it. But there's a show on Netflix that Mike Epps is doing, and Kim Fields is his wife.
Okay.
And it's kind of a blended family thing going on there. He's got a kid and possibly another one popping up. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But when I tell you that's the most realistic playing of a family I've seen, that's the kind of stuff that real families have to go through. Daily stuff. That stuff that makes you say, you know what, get the fuck out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
That, and they went there. She literally told them, get the fuck out my house. Mm-hmm. That was some realistic shit. The ghetto ass baby mama, the outside baby you had while we were together kind of thing. It's a real, as close as I think it's called The Upshaw. The Upshaw. That's the name of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Upshaw. It's really, really good. I can't wait for them to come back with the next season.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what do you like about it so much now? What's
It's
going on?
very realistic of the things that married couples go through, the arguments that
First of all, okay, what are you talking
married
about? Because
couples
you ain't
have.
talking about no outside. You ain't trying to hear no outside baby. Never have, never will. So what the hell are you saying?
No, no, I'm just saying this is, but that's stuff that other couples go through all the time. It's a realistic situation. I'm not talking about it's my life. I'm just talking about it's realistic.
I'm just saying. I know
Here,
that. But how can you appreciate outside babies and
I
stuff?
can I can appreciate the realness of the show and the problems that they deal with versus the regular TV shows and the BS problems that they deal with. It's not real life stuff. I mean, even if you take the Cosby Show, yeah, you had the situation with the kids, but the married couple didn't really have real fights. You
Right.
know,
I'm sorry, but you just threw me off with that
with the
outside
kids.
baby while we had a relationship. All
all that kind of stuff, and trying to forgive each other after other stuff has happened.
right.
People do that. That happens in real life.
Really?
Outside baby pops up, you have to decide:
Really?
am I going to leave my marriage because of it, or if I'm going to stay after this BS?
Wow.
Am I
Really?
going to forgive them? And do you
Kate,
ever really forgive them?
Kate, so she's just so open to these kind of scenarios. Girl, shut up.
Listen to
Get on
what
my
I'm
nerves right now.
saying.
Because I know what you say, but you have zero tolerance for such.
I'm not talking about my marriage.
I know that, so I don't even I don't even have a man. I cannot appreciate none of that. I'm sorry, girl. That's unreal to me. That's some Disney. Now that's some Disneyland shit because I am not putting up with no outside babies or nothing. Girl, boo.
But it is something that happens, right? It does happen, and people do forgive and try to move on. But that's still always going to be a thorn in your side. You still have to deal with the baby that came from that, and the baby mama and all that kind of stuff. It's just realistic because a lot of people do go through that. So yeah, it may not be something I'm going to go through. It may not be something that you would go through, but it does happen to people.
Girl. Good luck for them for that. We never gonna do a show on that bullshit. What kind of man argues with women that won't debate with another man? That sounds like some bitch assness to me. Okay, Adrian, that's about the truth. You say, oh, older chef said. Plus, I've been on here lurking for a while since the Sinji parody. We gotta do that again. We gotta get that down right because it was my Kevin Samuels partner was a little mad because I didn't do it right. So I would like to make it up to him, but I don't say that.
You're not speaking to us anymore.
Okay, why you?
Why not spoken to us since that show?
I mean, what did I do so wrong? I suck. Okay, I'm not an actress. I never said I was. I mean, what does he want from me? I mean, I wore my head wrap and some dark lipstick. I mean, that's as far as I can go with it.
No, but you had the whole Cynthia G bitchiness going on and everything. You just slipped out of role a few times. It wasn't your lack of acting skills. It was just you slipped out of your role from time to time. And that seemed to aggravate his entire soul. And he was done with us after that.
I know. You say Trash Can Wear say it took me a while to realize Tish was joking doing the Cynthia G parody.
Right. You were acting so well that I was having a hard time holding it together.
I know you was looking at me like because you never
confused because I've never seen her.
Right.
But then when I realized what you were doing, I was like, oh, okay, I can feel this. You was a straight bitch that day.
Honey.
But yeah, he got mad at you, girl. He got mad at us.
Okay. Now, what did you do though? Oh, you know me.
My association.
Guilt by association. Okay.
All I did was sit here.
Girl.
He got his feelings.
Let me see. Do y'all think a partner should admit to cheating if they never got caught? And it was years ago. Nope.
Nope. I mean, see, this is the thing. Okay, because this question has been posed to me many times.
Oh, hold on. Before you finish that, Kasha, for Trash Can Ways, I want you to put your nose up to the camera so I can take my finger and say nope on the end of it.
Okay. So the answer is, why would you do that? What could you possibly hope to gain by that? Because all you're going to do is hurt your mate. Okay? Don't do it again. How about that? Don't do no more cheating. Okay? But if you tell them to leave your guilty conscience, I'm going to need you to go work that out in therapy. But to go and confess to your mate at that point, all it does is hurt your mate.
Right. I mean, because I had a situation where I had a really, really good friend. You know who it is. And she cheated, and the husband didn't know anything. He didn't have a clue.
Nothing.
And
Didn't know nothing.
it's bothering me. It's making me feel guilty. I said, first of all, whose sister are you? Number one, numero uno. Who are you? Who are you related to? Oh, shit, that's so stupid. And then number two, as in, friends. And so then I was like, I'm so terrible.
Stop.
Yeah. Anyway, really. And then two is like, but it's really bothering me. Why? Why is it bothering you? It's not bothering him. Girl, that got on my nerves. You see, tickles. You're so stupid. To make yourself feel better. Make yourself okay. And this is what I said to my friend too. I said, because she was like, I want to feel better. I feel guilty. I said, well, feel better by not making them feel bad, by telling them. How about that? I mean, I told her, I said, actually, it's almost a little borderline selfish that you want to like totally, hurt that person, especially when that person's already gone through a relationship where they were cheated on before.
Right.
So why are you going to keep letting them know that they have a habitual issue with picking women that's going to F around on him?
Yeah. If you get caught, keep it to yourself. Just don't do it no more.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Take that to God.
Yeah, exactly. For real. But not showing up on
if my husband has done dirt and I don't know about it at this point, why do I want to know now? What good would that do me?
Right, seriously. Like, really. A trash can wear I'm taking ish to my grave. Exactly. It's a certain thing.
Take that to your grave. You ain't doing me no favors by telling me 20 some odd years later that you did some dirt 20 years ago.
Now what about if they ask you?
If they ask me what?
If you cheated. You said, ask me what? What are we talking about?
I'm not a fan of lying, but I mean, you have to ask yourself the same question. What's it going to benefit them to know that at that point? So unless there's something you need to tell them, there's a baby or an STD out this world, and I don't see the point.
Exactly. I agree.
Keep that shit to yourself. You did good this long. What is your objective? I just don't understand what the objective would be.
I don't either.
Clear your conscience by hurting someone else.
I mean, your conscience was clean when you was busting it wide open or sticking it deep where you couldn't have. So
don't worry about it then. So don't worry about it now.
Right. Exactly.
You better pray about it. Take it to the altar.
Take it all the way to the altar.
Confess in your mind. Don't say that shit out loud because somebody's sitting next to you on the altar.
So stupid. No. That was a no. Hey, Patrice, what's going on, girl? Greetings and salutations to you too. Yeah, I mean, so OJ, Patrice, call in. Let's see, OG, Patrice. Trash always you call in. I want to hear what a man has to think about this topic. Because it's not, this is so, we always speak as
commit to the lie. I mean, you've been telling it for 20 years, so you take it for 20 more. Confess that shit to me on your dying bed. I don't want to hear that. Let me live that fantasy I've been living.
Seriously.
What could I possibly hope to accomplish by saying, let me tell you, this has been weighing heavy on me.
You sound dumb saying it.
I don't know. I'll punch you in your throat. You could have died with that shit in your throat. Why are you bringing it to me?
And people like to do stuff like that when they're on vacation or some joyous event and just want to bring the whole room down. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. I just don't. I don't think.
I pass. Keep that to yourself. I don't even know. I'm sorry.
Trash can't wait. Trash can't wait. So Stubby said, "I'm naked in Eddington."
He said, "I can't take it anymore." No, keep that to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
He said, Storytell said, this has been weight heavy on me, head ass. What? What do I mean?
Huh? Oh,
He,
read it again.
he said this has been weight heavy on me, head ass. I
Okay,
don't know.
leave the head ass off part because that's what's throwing you off.
Okay. This has
Just
been a weight heavy on me. Yeah.
he just wanted. I just got to get that off my head. It's just. It's
Oh,
probably,
now okay. There we go. Thank
got
you.
it now. Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how am I going to explain what this means because it's really right there. Okay.
Now on the flip side, he tells you, and it was 20 years ago. What's your response?
I'm gonna punch him in his damn throat because he could have kept that shit to
You never
himself.
lie, for real.
I went 20 years without knowing. I don't need to know today.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be mad. Okay, I'm trying to think if my reaction would be the same. See, now I'd be stupid to 20 years later for something you did 20 years ago. Now, if you say you've been cheating for 20 years straight, then yeah, I gotta go. But now, if you say you cheated 20 years ago and you haven't done it since, now I'm stupid for leaving you. But at the same time, it's like, you stupid for telling me. Why would you tell me that? I don't even want to know that. I don't want to know that. If I find no dirt, then we got a problem. We're gonna deal with this, and we're gonna deal with this right now. But yeah, keep that to yourself.
It was so funny. So this whole say Tish was shank him like they were prisoners.
Pretty much. You tell me that for?
Exactly. Ruined my damn day. For real.
Yeah. I don't see the benefit.
Story to tell, pop up on panel to say your sexy ass voice so I can get wet.
What happened? Oh, you talking about story to tell?
Mm-hmm. You know, my Mr. Cookies and
milk. See, Tamia's reaction to his voice the other night. As soon as he came out, she's like, "Ooh, whoa!"
Like, calm down, little girl. Dude, this is a grown man, honey. Calm your ass down.
Calm down a little bit.
Yeah, she needed to calm down. I'm getting all. I'm your mother. Sitting next to me, getting all hot and bothered.
I can't pretend you don't hear them. When they confess, just pretend you didn't hear that. So you can't unhear that shit. No, I'm about to beat your ass down.
You're right, Trash Can Ways. I am already wet with what you call it? What you call it, Carrie?
A story to tell. That's talking.
No, with
apple
juice.
No, ma'am. No.
I was trying to get you to walk right into it.
Okay. Ryan Harris says he has a nerdy sounding voice. You want to call in so we can hear?
Call in. I'm Winnie the Pooh right now.
We'll let the chat decide if you have a nerdy sounding voice.
Yeah, call in.
Yeah, be like me because I don't like the sound of my own voice. I hate the sound of my voice.
I can't stand the sound. I mean, when I don't, like now for my other channel, I'm like listening to and stuff, and I'm cringing the whole time. Like on our live streams and stuff, I don't look at them or hear them again because
I listen to them.
Because my voice just gets on my my absolute last nerves. It's so freaking annoying. I just don't know why you don't listen to this.
You are gonna stop encouraging her bullshit. That's what you're gonna do. I'm about pre-soak. Stop it. Stop encouraging her bullshit. No.
Exactly with candy apple juice. Exactly, Trash Can Ways. Trash Can Ways. I think you kind of want. I think you want some candy apple. I'm starting to think you want a little bit of candy apple. I think you're talking all good and stuff. I think you want some candy apple. Kasha, why you act like you so above this? I just don't like when people act like they so above certain things. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you call it? I get what's the word I'm looking for? I get real snooty when I wrap my head up. I be feeling all royal and shit.
Girl, obviously, because you are really
I be smelling myself when I wrap my head up.
Okay, like for real.
Okay, Trash Can, you still on it? iCan't.com. The soaking? Wait a minute. What the hell? How did I become a part of this conversation? Soaking? Are we talking about what you call it?
Are we talking about that bone broth soaking scenario that
you said soaking, but I'm not sure if you meant squirting. because you said that you teach it, and I'm gonna answer that after you answer your question.
Hey, Georgie Porgy, how are you? So, Georgie Porgy, hey, Patrice, what's going on, girl?
Happy New Year, ladies. How y'all
Happy
doing?
New Year. How was your New Year's?
My New Year's was good. I did
Really?
do I didn't go to Vegas, but we
Right.
stayed here and kicked it and went to a nice little mature adult party and had fun and enjoyed ourselves. So it was good.
Okay. And so, did you have sex?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. I'm still doing good on that.
Okay. Okay. Because
I
we're
think
trying.
I think
That New
I
Year,
think he
right?
started to get a little bit impatient though. He started to make them little innuendos and stuff. You know how men are.
Right. Well, that's good. That means he's he's heterosexual. So that's what we want.
Yes, but he ain't pushing it. He's very patient, but yeah, he just I could tell little innuendos.
Like, what does he say? What do you mean innuendos? What do you see?
Like after the party, he wanted to come home. He wanted to come home, and I was like, no, I'm not ready for that. And
Oh, okay. Because you know what that
he was
means.
like, okay, of course. He was like, okay. He was like, okay, yeah. So we'll see. But we had a great time. We actually had a good time. He was really cool about canceling the Vegas thing too. So that
Okay.
was good. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that on the Story to Tell stream. So
Oh, did you?
right. Remember you were there. We used updating us on that.
Oh yeah, yeah. The last on the Story to Tell stream. Yeah.
Let me see. Trash always
Uh-huh.
say a story to tell. They know you coming over. They going to get it ready with the flicking of the bean. He's so stupid. Trash, you so nasty for no reason. Oh, Ryan Harris said he's gonna drop in real quick. Okay, we're looking forward to
I know
you.
you're talking about nasty.
Yes, I want to hear that nerdy voice. I'm attracted to nerds. I'm attracted to nerds.
Should have let him eat. Okay, whatever they talking about. Like, hey, I can die any day, OG. Some nanny would be nice.
What? Wait, who said what?
Hey,
Story to tell was like, if Duke could die any day now, you should go on and get some nanny because you're not promised to be here tomorrow. Life is short.
Oh wow. Really? That your story, a story to tell? And you sticking to that story, a story to tell? That's your story and you sticking to it.
wow. So how do you feel? Because you've been married before.
Mm-hmm.
And how was your divorce? How was it when you did get married and divorced?
Oh girl, me and my ex-husband was sitting next to each other laughing and talking, went before the judge laughing and talking. He was like, man, I wish all the couples that come before me is like this, because we had already been separated for years, and it wasn't an ugly separation, it wasn't an ugly divorce, it was amicable, it was really smooth sailing. We walked out of there, hugged each other. He went one way and I went the other.
Right. Now, did you have sex with him after y'all got divorced or the sex was cut off?
Oh yeah, it had been cut off because he was in Illinois and I was in Vegas, girl. Yeah.
Okay, got you. So,
Mhm.
so how do you feel about marrying someone and knowing that they will be easy to divorce before you even think to get married to them? Like, what do you think about that concept?
Wait a minute, you said what now?
How do you feel about having the mindset of when you meet someone, like let's say the guy you have now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to, you thinking about he may be the one for you, but you also thinking about would he be easy to divorce? How would you feel?
Oh,
Like, what do you feel about that concept?
yeah, you know where I am now? Absolutely, it would be easier to divorce now. Absolutely. I think the older you get and the more in your setting your ways and your mindset of things, I think it's easier to walk away when you're older than it is when you're younger and more vested.
Okay.
Because I'm just not, just say for instance, we got married, and then like 6 months later, I find some bullshit like that, like that's a deal breaker for me, like some crazy like bullshit that's like a deal breaker. Yeah, it wouldn't be no problem to walk away.
No, no,
Absolutely.
no, no, no. I'm asking having the mindset of, let's say the guy you have now, are you thinking about would he be an easy guy to divorce? Are you thinking that way, or you think that's absurd thinking to already have preconceived notions of if things should go wrong, he would be a good guy to divorce, or he's going to be a complete asshole?
I don't go in with the preconceived notions of divorce. When I go into it, I want to
Mhm.
go into it with the marriage mindset that I want this to last forever. But like I said, if some foolishness or shenanigans, go off something that's just absolutely a deal breaker for me that I can't forgive, and I find out a few months later, oh yeah, we can get an annulment or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Hey Ryan. Hey handsome. How
Hey,
are you?
Destination Dad is in the building.
Hey, Ryan. Is this Ryan Harris?
Yeah.
How
Wait,
you doing?
let me hear that. Let me hear that voice. You look handsome. Let me hear the voice. How you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Oh, you're not. You don't say. You
Good.
don't
How
have
are
a.
you? You
Yeah,
don't
you
have a
don't, you
nerdy
don't,
voice.
yeah, you don't have a nerdy voice. You have a handsome voice. You're good. So, how do you feel? So, you're young. So, you're into dating and stuff like that at the moment, right? Are you married, single? What are you?
No, I'm single. I'm single.
You're what now?
I'm single.
He young, girl. You
Y'all
know
hear?
he's single. Look like he's about 21 at best. Wet, still wet behind the ears.
You're not 21.
Are you telling your age?
Huh?
Are you gonna tell us how old you are?
Oh, I'm actually 27.
You're 27.
Yeah.
Oh
He
my
looks very
God.
young. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but
looks
that's a
very
good thing. But still, wow. Okay. So, how do you feel about dating? And let's say you meet a nice young lady. Don't you think you should think about, is she going, if something should go wrong, will she take all of my money, or will she try to take the children away from me? Don't you think it should be smart that you marry someone that you feel like that will be easy to divorce, instead of marrying someone that's giving you all this passion and all this drama and make you want to marry her, but then at the end of it, it's a total mess? How do you feel about
I
that?
don't know. I don't really like going into it with like divorce. I don't think I'd want to go into it with divorce in my mind. Just thinking
Mhm.
about that, it's just like having one foot out already. But like
Mm.
I
There
understand
you go.
if having like a prenup, especially if you built a lot of built a lot of like wealth and
Mhm.
resources
Yeah.
like before you got married. I understand that's one reason to get a prenup, and that makes sense to protect yourself. But like
Absolutely.
if you're like an average kind of an average person, average earner, you meet someone who's also kind of an average earner, then it's not really much point in getting like a prenup, at least in my eyes. But if you build something together, then that's going to be tough because you're going to have to split that anyway. But if you come into something with your own, you built things on your own before that marriage, and I think it's a good idea to have a prenuptial agreement in place. But I don't really
Okay.
like like divorce like on my mind because it's like feels like I got a foot out the door already, just in case. I'm kind of thinking on the worst case scenario. I'm not even thinking about how can I make the marriage work instead of how can I get out of this marriage easily if it doesn't go right.
Okay, so let me push back a little bit, Ryan. So isn't a prenup is the same as thinking about divorce already?
It's kind of I see it as one of those things you do and you kind of forget about it. It's kind of just
Mhm.
it's only there if it comes down to that. But if you get the prenup, you kind of just you get your prenup and you kind of forget about it. You're not constantly thinking about that type of thing. Just do it. You kind of handle it. You work together. Especially you're working together with someone. You do agree with your wife, your spouse or husband,
Mhm.
and beforehand. But after that, you're not really thinking about unless it gets so bad down to that point that you do divorce, then it comes up again. But if you're thinking about people who would be easily if your spouse would be easy to divorce, like it would be like a clean split, then I don't think that's the best mentality. That's just my opinion, though.
Right, of course. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. So you're saying that there's a difference between. So I don't think there's a difference. I mean, and that's an excellent point. That's an excellent point you brought up between a prenup, because that. So I'm thinking about, for what I'm saying, that's the same concept as almost a prenup, as in having a mindset of what if something goes wrong. So like, let's say you meet a nice young lady and you see there's some selfishness, some selfish traits about her, but you may interpret it as she's maybe just spoiled, but really is her being selfish. So at that point, how would you think she's going to be when it comes down to a divorce? If it should, I mean, of course, we don't want that to happen, but 50% of marriages, 50% plus in a divorce. So wouldn't it be a good exercise to already have in your mind of, okay, basically, I'm just saying you want someone that's easygoing, that through and through that they're a good person and not someone that's going to switch up on you and totally be a piece of work, But Kay thinking that's not the same thing. Why?
When you say, okay, like a prenup is more so about protecting assets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you should do that with anybody that you're dealing with. Anytime you're entering into any type of contract, and a marriage is a contract, of course. Mm-hmm. Anytime you're entering into a contract, you need to protect all parties involved. Prenup doesn't just protect the person with the money; it also protects the person that came into the marriage without the money, right? Okay. So there's a foundation laid out just in case, worst case scenario, we end up divorcing. The mindset that you're referring to as far as walking into a marriage, I think that's where we're stuck right there, because you shouldn't even walk into the marriage with the person that would be difficult. Okay. Right. And what I mean by that is that selfish, nasty individual. You see those traits up front. Why would you even consider marriage? Bam, that's knocked right out of the door if you're seeing these things up front. So it's a different mindset. You're preventing even getting emotionally involved with someone who you're seeing these kind of traits with, or if you're already emotionally involved, cutting that off before it gets any more serious, because I see that there's something seriously wrong with this individual. So it's not the same, because what you're talking about is, let me marry someone who's boring and plain, and I can't, no excitement, no passion, no nothing, because that's going to make things complicated when it's time to leave. And that's just the wrong mindset to have walking into a marriage. You should be using your gift of discernment to eliminate the foolishness before you start. Everybody doesn't do that, but if you don't, you get what you get. But if you're in the mindset of, I'm trying to avoid divorce, let me not marry someone who's nasty, period, versus let me find someone who's easy to divorce. Let's just avoid divorce altogether. Let's avoid somebody that I will need to divorce later on. I mean, it doesn't always work, but that should be more so the mindset. I want to marry someone I want to stay with for the rest of my life. Things may change. I may end up hating this person later, but we're not going to walk into the marriage thinking I need to be able to get away from you easily.
Well, I mean, okay, so this is more so, and I did make myself clear, which I have a problem with, more so like dating. Like, let's say I have no one right now, but let's say I start dating. Immediately, I think it's part of the discernment process. So I'm not talking about you done got so far and you about to get married. I was more so thinking like a discernment type thing, like you meet someone. Let's say I just meet someone. I should automatically, after a couple of dates, be like, okay, if things, let's say if we were to get married, are there things about him that I just know, I can already sense if things should go wrong, if we get married, things go wrong, he's going to try to take all my shit, or he's going to try to, I don't have any kids or anything around or any kids, so per se. So, I just think it should be part of the dating process.
Right. You're supposed to eliminate that dating process.
And then, and Georgie Porgy says a failed mentality, but, I think it's more a realistic mentality. I mean, the divorce rates are high and is getting higher. I'm a guilty of part of that statistic, but it is what it is. I mean, and
you're pushing the numbers up, girl.
You said what now?
I said you pushing the numbers up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing more than my share. I'm trying to do it for everybody. I don't know what you have to say, Patrice.
Yeah, I can agree with Kay. I mean, I don't want to, if I'm dating someone and, and we come to that point, and then it's like, yeah, you go in with the mindset of protecting your assets, not the mindset of that you're gonna get a divorce, but a mindset of the business asset of that part of your marriage contract, because the marriage, like Kay said, is a contract, and so is the prenup. It's a contract. Now, protecting one's assets, and for both parties' sake, is definitely the thought process of the just in case, but it's not the thought process of when it happens. If that makes sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so I agree. I kind of agree with what Kay was saying. I think that even maybe like a postnup will be a smart thing to go into. Say
What's a postnup? What's that?
Postnup is
Like a
once
prenup
you're
of after.
married. Yeah, a postnup is like once you're married now, and say only one person built that business up and that financed and contribute and and worked and driven that whole thing. I think that a postnup could be done to say, hey, you didn't help me build this while we were married, so I'll get the majority of the percentage of the business, and I'll give you maybe 20% and I'll take 80 or something, or 70-30, whatever. I believe postnups can come into play after you've been married for so long and you building something, and one person has put more into it than the other person.
I mean, if you can get the, I mean, but when you married, everything's supposed to be, everything is like, I mean, that's when you start getting to like, oh, well, my support wasn't, enough while you was getting the business together. That was my, contribution, or I worked while you were able to do the business. You know what I'm saying? Then it gets a little sticky, but if someone goes for it, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to go for it.
Ryan, what do you think of a postnup?
Actually, honestly, I've never heard of that term.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, no, a postnup is real. Yeah, look it up. Okay, say this. Say if you both are going into the marriage, you get married, neither one has something. One of your parents die and leave you something. Leave you a trust fund, leave you a life insurance that's big and huge. That's your money. And you take that money and you start a business. You pour all of that money from your parents. And now you say, I want to protect my assets. So this money came from my parents. And just in case, again, just like a prenup, just in case, because my money that I inherited from my parents, and I built this business, you didn't help build this business, I'll be willing to give you 20% and I take 80, or I take 70, you took 30. Does that make sense?
I just don't know why anybody would fall for that. Who would go for that during, after you are married? Well, who would go for that? Like,
but still in the marriage, the person didn't contribute anything financially to building the business. I
mean, but they contribute their support and stuff like that, right? I mean, that's like
it was like,
so that's why they will be getting. But that's why they will be getting 20 or 30% because they support it. They wouldn't be getting 50% or whatever. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, I got what you're saying. It's just, who have you ever heard of anyone doing a postnup and actually went through with it? Who's doing that?
No, but I learned about since lead attorney was doing the prenup things, and somebody posed a question about a postnup because postnup it sounds funny because they were already in a marriage and had inherited some money from their parents. It's a perfect example.
Yeah, gotcha.
And what if they inherited while their marriage is on the rocks, or they are going through a divorce or something, and then they inherit this money? So that was a question posed on his channel.
Point would be, who would sign that? If we're in the middle of let's say a bad part in our marriage where we're possibly thinking of divorce, but we haven't filed any paperwork yet, and then you receive $500,000, and now you want me to sign a piece of paper saying I'm only entitled to 10-20% of it. I'm like, yeah, right. You inherited that while we're married. That's our money.
He can fight it. This person, he or she can fight it, though. They can fight it, and you may not get nothing.
The lottery.
You may only get you may only get the half of the assets of what you had,
In a court of law,
outside of the inheritance.
But in a court of law, I would receive half of that.
Well, not necessarily. Depends on what state you're in. All states ain't
Depends on the
50-50.
state, absolutely. But more likely, the spouse would receive a larger percentage than 20%. So what person in their right mind? Now, don't get me wrong. I can honestly say this: if my husband was to inherit some money, I wouldn't feel like I'm entitled to that if we split. So I wouldn't ask him for any of it. Now, if he chose to give it to me, I wouldn't fight him on it. But I wouldn't
Right.
that from him. But that's just me. But the average person is gonna be like, yeah, I want my 50%. And they're gonna try to take 50% of it.
Now, would you feel the same way if it was you? Honestly, Kay, if it was you the one inheriting the money while you were still in the marriage with your husband, and you know the marriage was rocky and you were on your way to divorce, would you want him to get half?
If I wasn't, let me say this. Okay, if we were in the middle of splitting up and hadn't done the paperwork yet, I mean, it's more so logically, I realized that he would be more than likely entitled to half. So I would understand that he would get part of that. Would I be happy about that? Probably not. But honestly, I know that he would be entitled to that because of how long we've been married. We've been married too long. If we were married less than 10 years, I'd raise all holy hell, and we're going to fight for this. But at this stage, what I got is his. What he got is mine. I'm not going to fight about it. This heifer has got to eat, I declare. I'm surprised you made it this long. I am so surprised you made it this long, sis.
That's what I was doing before I came up. I was like, let me eat it. I was eating my chicken bone the way Tish was the last time she was eating chicken in front of the camera.
Lord have mercy, chicken bone, okay? But yeah, at this stage, being married as long as we've been married, yeah, I'm not fighting you over money. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. If I won the lottery, literally, I'm gonna tell you, and I've said this to him before. If our marriage was on the rock and I was ready to bounce anyway, and then I won the lottery, I would break him off. I would not say, "Oh shit, you shit out of luck. Let's go. Let's do our thing."
That's easy to say because your mindset. But if you things were bad and you hated him, like y'all was really bad, and you'd be like on that.
I could never be there with him though. I could never be there with him, especially now. And I'm telling you, there's nothing this man could do at this point where I would say, "You ain't getting a dime of this money." Okay. There's absolutely nothing he could do at this point. If we were to split, if I was to win, let's say $10 million today, he would walk away with at least 2.5. There's no way I would send him away with less than that.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't question it. It wouldn't be something the court would have to tell me to do. I'm gonna make sure that he's taken care of for the rest of his life. Married or not, I would do whatever I could to make sure he was straight. And that's just God's honest truth.
Honestly, I felt the same way about my ex-husband all the way up until he got remarried. So he's remarried now, but I definitely he's remarried. Yeah, he's remarried now. It's like nah. But
no, I ain't giving him shit.
Right, like nah, you remarried now, buddy. So you're on your own with that one. But no, seriously though, like, I feel the same way you feel, the same way, what you're saying about your husband. But yeah, nah, he remarried. Nah, he's fitting my buddy on the new wife.
Exactly, for real.
So you ate that chicken and it looked like the bones of Jurassic Park.
I know. Destination Dad, come up, Destination Dad, if you're still in the chat.
That is too funny.
So, Ryan, so you're a 27-year-old man, right? So at your age, are you interested in marriage?
Yeah.
So if you were to find a woman tomorrow and everything goes smoothly, you would not have no hangups on getting married, waiting until you're 35, 45, 50, or nothing like that.
I wouldn't want to wait anywhere near that long, but it's not I'm gonna like marry her the next day.
No,
Mhm.
but okay. So realistically, what do you think is if you don't see any major problems and you fell in love with somebody, what do you think is a reasonable time from the time you start dating to the time you pop the question?
Uh, maybe a year or so, about a year.
Okay, all right. Now here's the question: what if she popped the question? Would that bother you? Would you feel emasculated if a woman
Yeah,
proposed to you?
yeah,
Good
yeah.
job. Good job. Good job. Very good job.
Like,
Real.
I'm supposed to one that does that, and like you kind of just robbed me of that. You know, like why? Why are you doing
He
that?
said, "Why would she rob me of that?" Oh my God, that's so sweet.
I raised you right. All right, that's what I'm talking
Oh
about.
my
Like I'm
God.
supposed to control access to that part. Like you
Mm-mm.
control access to, sex and stuff. But I'm supposed to control access to the ring and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Relationship.
That's what I'm
But
talking
you will say no. You will say no though. I'm just joking.
I don't also
That was a really nice answer, though, he gave. I
You
never heard
really
anything
do.
that
know what I'll
answer.
say, but I just hope she'd never do that.
Yeah, these women these days. I mean, but you would not be with a woman who has that kind of spirit about her too. You know, you would have a see. That would be a red flag. See, yeah, you wouldn't go for that. You don't think that'd be
yeah,
a red flag, Kay?
yeah. I think that's a red flag. Is she's that type of chick that take
So, young
control of that
man,
situation.
I have a question. So, what are some of the qualities that you're looking for right now in a wife? If for right now, where your mindset is now, and do you think 5 years from now to be different? Is what you're looking for in a wife?
Ooh. Uh, I don't want someone who's condescending. You know that. You know. I just haven't really. Someone told me I should probably write it down. I just haven't gotten to doing that yet. But someone who's cooperative, um, in at least decent shape. Um, I guess I've been seeing that more now. Now I've been going to the gym more, just losing weight and stuff like that. Just trying to stay more healthy, take care of myself better. Um, Nurturing.
Mm.
Um,
Now, let me ask you this real quick: are women nurturing that you find in your age group? Because it seems like that's a big. The two things you said, nurturing and cooperative, seem like that's a big thing that's been missing, and a lot of men complain about not experiencing when dating. So, what are your views on finding women that are out there that are nurturing, or that are cooperative? Are those big problems are missing in women these days?
um, I'd say yes from like what I've seen on the internet, but I can't really talk about real life stuff. So I haven't really been out in the dating market in quite a while, so
Mhm.
I couldn't really say anything about how real life interactions are. But I guess a lot of very career oriented. I guess so.
Mhm.
It that's the other qualities tend to fall on the wayside and not be as prioritized.
Mhm.
Um,
And when you say cooperative, women are combative, or what do you mean by cooperative? Like, what are your experiences, or what have you heard your friends say about women not being cooperative for you to be like, this is a trait I have to have?
just someone that I can work, we can work together.
Build together,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Okay. Now, do you have a height preference? How tall are you?
Uh, about 6'3". Last time I checked, I have to see a doctor to get a official measurement, but
So 6'3". We're
I
gonna roll with
think I
that.
doubted it. I've had some doubt in the past. Wasn't sure how tall I was, but
Okay.
I guess we'll go with that for
We're gonna
now.
roll with 6'3". We're gonna roll with 6'3". Do you have a height preference for
So you're
your
tall.
female?
Yeah, like I think honestly, I think like 5'10" is like the max
Okay.
when it comes to what I prefer.
What's the shortest? Do you like short women?
Like 5'3". I guess
Ooh,
that's the
that's a big
minimum.
range.
That's like
Okay.
I guess that's yeah. It's not yeah. It's kind of varies, but like
Okay. What I gather from that is height's not that important to you one way or the other as long as she's not too tall.
Yeah, as long as she's not too tall or too short. Like, it's just, I don't know. If she's too short,
You don't want to pick her up and carry on your hip.
no. It wouldn't be with it. It'd just be awkward, you know.
Okay, I got you. You don't want to bend in half to have to kiss her. I got you.
Yeah.
You got a million of those, Kay, huh?
Say it again.
I say you have a million of those analogies, right?
Right. But whenever I see tall men and short women, I'm always thinking of like somebody carrying a baby on their hip. That's what I picture in my head. Little short legs wrapped around either side of the body, just carrying on the hip.
Did you guys ask Ryan what does he do for a living? What's his career?
I have not. Go ahead.
I'm a licensed software compliance analyst. I forgot the correct term, but it's not.
You're in IT.
It's an IT.
Yeah, technically, I guess I fit in that category.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I started.
College educated?
Yeah.
You go to a university or technical college?
I went to just a 4-year university, and I got my bachelor's in 2018, so over 3 years ago.
All right. Any more questions for him?
Patrice, you have any girls for him? So like you really trying to get to the nitty gritty, like you have some young ladies for him.
I'm just curious because he called himself, like he said he had a nerd voice before he got up. And I know mostly nerdy guys are in tech for the most part. But he just talks very proper. He has a very nice voice, and he looks like he is definitely like that kind of introverted type of guy.
Yeah.
So a little bit shy and like that. I'm looking at you on my big screen, Ryan, so I see you very well.
She said, I see you very well.
You got it, man. Don't play that.
No, he's a handsome young man, but I'm thinking about my nieces, but he probably far away, I'm thinking about my nieces, eligible bachelor.
Yeah, it's like
are you single? Are you single or you're single?
Yeah, I'm single.
Oh, okay. No kids?
No kids.
Okay.
That's
beautiful.
How many young men his age that admit to wanting that be interested in a wife at that age?
Yeah, not many. I mean, I got a couple nephews and they are just not there yet. But my nieces, I got a couple of them that I'm working on them. I'm talking to them because they these modern young ladies, and most of them, they got bachelors and masters, and one's working on her PhD. So, and they got that modern mentality that, I'm getting my bag. I could do everything, but I'm like, I'm like, I get it. I says, but listen, the men are not going to date you because you got a PhD or you got this or that, that's right. I says, when they dating you, it may come up in conversation, but that's not the main focus. They're not marrying your degree. They want to marry you. They want to know if you got your wife mentality, if someone's molding you to be a wife, like, do you know how to cook? Can you clean a house? Like the basic stuff, can you be a nurturer, like Ryan said, and those qualities that men are looking for in a wife. For the most part, men are pretty much traditional in their main values of what they want. They pretty simple. But these modern girls, it's like, I ain't got time to cook. We gonna eat out every night and, all that type of, I'm like, no, you need to learn how to cook.
And the thing is that nurturing, I love how he said nurturing. Like, how many young men even think of the term nurturing when it comes to women? They're so used to thinking about, how much sex I gonna get. They don't think about the basics and the goodness of just a good woman that is loving and that is nurturing. That will get you through anything. when you find that kind of woman, so I find that very odd that a young man thinks about nurturing from a woman. What made you think of that? Did you go through women and you found out they were like, as Patrice saying, they're not thinking about cooking, cleaning, they're into, living this IG life? Or I mean, like, what made you come up to think that's a quality you want at such a young age on top of it?
Ryan?
I thought you were talking to Patrice.
Oh no, I was asking you.
No, she was trying to figure out why nurturing was important to you.
It's not like it's like a feminine trait, just what men look for in women, especially as a mother, we have a family, you want them to be a nurturing the mother child to be a nurturing person,
Right.
and I guess as far as what was a husband supposed to be, I kind of trying to figure that out. I guess because I had an example, so I guess I'm probably gonna have to do the dirty stuff, the stuff that my wife doesn't want to do, like wash the side of the house. Dad had like a fresh house.
You cut grass because I'm that wife for them, so never cut grass.
I have to do stuff like that because I got a lot of practice doing that.
Can you cook?
Yeah, I'm not Gordon Ramsay or nothing like that, but I can cook.
Do you want your wife to be able to cook?
Yeah.
Is that a necessity? Is that an absolute necessity?
Yeah, but if I was like by if she wasn't around at the time, like she was like, I guess, out of town, I could cook for myself.
You fend for yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but usually, if you already know if you want a nurturing woman, you go find that woman that's gonna, if she has to go out of town, she's gonna have you a couple of plates made, so you won't have to think about that. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah,
to do that.
And also, if she didn't know how to cook.
Hold on, what'd you say, Kay?
I said when my kids were young and I would leave town, I would cook in advance before I left. So they would be food while I was gone. But then when they got old enough to fend for themselves, I was like, I'm out.
So Ryan, so if the young lady of your dreams, you met her and she didn't know how to cook, would you be willing to work with her, maybe send her to cooking class or something like that, or have maybe your mom or your grandma show her how to cook some stuff in the kitchen? That's kind of like old school type of stuff, but it works the best. And if you found that woman that would be willing to do that, would you still, marry her even though she didn't know how to cook like right off the bat?
Yeah. It's not like a instant deal breaker or stuff like that. I think she'd be willing to learn.
So what's the instant deal breaker for you? What would be an instant deal breaker?
Oh man, she was like, I guess if she started treating me like a child or something like that, like a kid, and like being condescending and just talking down to me, not really showing any type of respect, then we wouldn't go very far. We wouldn't even get down the aisle or anywhere close to that. It's just
okay.
I'd have to get rid of her.
Isn't that something, Patrice and Kay, how this young man, he's just so, even like with Before the Billions, like all these young people are so mature minded and they're so ready for life, and it is not talking it. They are actually, you can tell by the demeanor, what I'm saying? Just like my daughter the other day, it seems like she has a down code more than me, what she expects from a man, I just think it's amazing how all these young, we feel like that it's just kind of like over with the young generation, like the women and the men want to wear skinny jeans and, they just don't care about this and that. But, just to run into all these people, I just think it's amazing to have all these young people and they're grounded.
Yeah, and I wish it was actually more of them than the latter. It's a lot of them out there that their heads are just not there. They're not there yet, and it makes you wonder, the hope of the divorce rate, going down by the next generation, which will be his generation, pretty much.
You said the divorce rate is going down?
No, I said hopefully by then, the more they get married, the divorce rate will go down for, his generation.
Why Trash Can think Ryan is 4'11"?
Trash Can Waves is a hater.
Ryan is 4'11".
Where did that come from?
You were discussing your height, and you were saying you needed to, I guess, get a doctor to tell you exactly how tall you were.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, he's 4'11". But Georgia Porter said he's 5'6", and he had a woman that was 6'3". Hitting it from the back was a challenge.
He had to hop up on that thing.
Talking about BTB.
No, no, who was that? It was Baby Porgy.
Said that.
Hey, honey. Hey, cookies and milk.
Hey, Story to Tell.
What's up, Story to Tell?
How y'all doing?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to y'all.
I just saw you, so I know Happy New Year, so whatever. Hey, baby.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Just stop.
Why? Why you hating? Listen, he got that red on, like it's from my red candy.
No, ma'am.
Tish is a mess.
Where's Adrian at? Where's Adrian at? Because Adrian was racking up all the men, honey. She was having a man put a baby in her from everybody, honey.
Bernie in the house. Hey, Bernie. Oh, Trash Can made a comment about the ring. If you gave somebody your mother's ring and then 20 years later y'all divorced, do you get the ring back? Good luck. Most women ain't giving back. Now, if you replace it with something, because that ring has a certain value to you, she might be willing to give you the ring back. But most women are not going to give up their ring.
Right.
Or unless if you guys have a daughter together, you can ask her and request her to pass it down to you all's daughter or something. That may be a good idea.
Yeah.
Or you might just want to buy her a replacement ring. I'm just saying. Same time, man. Same time.
So what's up? What's up, baby?
What you doing, yo?
You know what I'm doing.
No, there's people watching this, yo.
Okay, my bad.
No, my women is watching this, yo.
Okay.
My girlfriend, my
Long
wife.
as I'm number one, that doesn't matter.
That means you gotta behave, ma'am.
Exactly. I got it.
Trash Can said his mother's ring that passed away. I personally would give it back. But good luck on getting a ring from a woman. Women don't get that good.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't let her walk out the park with nothing like that. Yeah.
Not walk out the park.
Yeah, like nah, you're not leaving.
Man, can you stop doing that? Because that just really gets me going.
Vocal fry.
Listen, do y'all need a private StreamYard? Do y'all need a private StreamYard room?
He's like, hello, we here. He's ignoring me anyway. So what you
need to leave because they need to be alone.
He done told me I need to stop because his wives and his girlfriends are watching. So
wives and girlfriend? Dang.
Yeah, he said that, honey. You know, these men are greedy. They're not like these younger guys these days who just want one woman. These older men, they know what the deal is. So what's up? So how do you feel about vetting a woman and seeing if she's going to be easy to divorce before y'all get married, like while you're dating and stuff? How do you feel about that concept?
What would be considered easy to divorce, though?
Just like the example of Megan Good and Devon Franklin. Don't you think they're having an easy divorce?
Yes, they have no kids. I don't think it's gonna be an easy divorce, though.
Why you say that? You think it's gonna get crazy?
Yeah, man, because
money involved.
Yeah, he's not wealthy. She's pretty well off, you know what I mean, for her.
I'm pretty sure he probably signed a prenup, though. I'm pretty sure she made him sign a prenup.
I don't know. I hope she did, man, because I definitely but how long they been married though?
9 years?
9 years, yeah, 9 years, yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, right. So right before the 10-year mark, so she may be able to settle out without having to do sort of like the Dr. Dre thing, where he had the prenup and they kind of settled, instead of like she might have been out of more with the half thing because they didn't make the 10-year mark. So if she's smart and he signed a prenup, she might come out of somewhat okay.
So she
Like
won't
Janet
get no.
Jackson.
She won't get. He won't get no alimony from her. And they in Cali. He filed in Cali.
Right.
Yeah, it's a no fault state, right? Or a definite half state, no matter what, or something. Like a half
Right. But again, it depends on what was in the prenup. If she did a prenup, which I'm sure she did, because she's worth more than him. I mean, she's gonna. Okay, he'll win the fight, but she'll lose. I mean, she'll lose the fight, but win the war in the end. If she really, because when you look at Dr. Dre's situation, he really lost the fight but won the war. Because he could have been out of way. Because he could have been out of way more money. He could have been out of the money he paid plus the half plus alimony.
Oh, okay, got you.
So
Right.
I think he ended up saving 200 to 300 the way TLA did it. He ended up kind of saving like $200 to $300 million. So yeah, exactly. What if he'd have lost all of his 800 million? He only ended up giving her 100 million. He's worth over 800 million. So if you're talking half, that's 400 and something million. So he ended up winning actually.
I see Ryan put in the chat. He's worth roughly 10 million.
Who is?
That's what it said. Devon Franklin. Yeah, he's worth. Ryan put in the chat.
How much is Megan worth? How much is Megan?
No, what I'm saying is, out of that 10 million that he sees, I think Megan is worth like 9,500,000 of it. He might be worth like $67,000 or something out of that 10 million.
Oh,
or maybe 1 million out of that 10 million.
He might be worth 100,000.
Yeah, that's just one. That's just
exactly.
One. It's like there's more on Google, but saying like 10 million to 12 million.
But is he are they including her money when they say his net worth? If you do her net worth, what does it say? And then look at his.
Right, because they net worth should be separate.
Right. I'm about to do that.
But sometimes when the other person is broke, they put them together.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. But I guess
so he worked.
like if you look up Candy Birds and you look up Todd, Todd is worth $400,000, but she's worth over 30 million.
Wow!
But it shows that
Todd is only worth 400,000.
No more, yeah, 400,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm sure he probably got like a little sneaker business on the side. So if Candy ever kick him to the curb, he at least could make a living for himself.
Well, I know she got an ironclad prenup, boy. Ooh,
yeah, you know her mama made sure she did that.
Right, for real. Mm-hmm. Still like he was kind of bucking and didn't want to sign it at first or something like that, right?
Yeah,
but
there was a problem with it.
Right.
Oh, it was? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was they airing it on the reality show? They were showing that on the reality show?
Right, because I think her mom was pushing for it more so than she was.
Right.
Don't quote me on that, but I think her mom was pushing for it.
If they did that on the reality show, that probably was for opt. That boy, he probably had already signed the doggone thing. I think they just did that probably just for the script. Sure. They put it in the scripts like that. Yeah, reality TV just to hyping that up.
Right. So, I mean, what do you think, Jay? You don't think you should be prepared and have discernment and, kind of see how things could, have like a plan A or plan B. Plan A is we live, happily
ever after.
Thank you. Yeah, happily ever after. And then plan B is, you end up getting divorced. So don't you want to have all your
up?
You said what now?
In case this trick act up.
Right. Yeah, don't you think you should be in that mindset?
Nah, I mean, you always want to plan for the worst, and I'm
Right.
pessimistic. I'm
hope for the best.
pessimistic like that. So yeah, you hope for the best. So I'm gonna be funneling my money somewhere just in case I gotta escape. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Got
definitely gonna be
assets
doing
and
it.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be routing my money somewhere. Definitely gonna grab that piano in the background when I leave. That's coming with me.
You always saying on my freaking piano.
That
My
piano's coming with me.
Do you play piano? So why are you worrying about the piano if you can't play piano?
Nah, I could play like two things on the piano, yeah.
Say I want the piano just because I know it'll piss you off. So give me the piano. I'm gonna write it up.
Exactly. No, you gonna do not
Hold
a
all the
thing
drawers.
with it.
Get my ass out of all the draws. That's just some petty stuff. Let me take the piano. I can't play because she like it.
Like
Now Georgie Porgy, she actually did not eat the groceries from what I'm understanding. Everybody keeps saying she ate it, but I heard she actually did not do it.
so it wasn't.
Yeah, she didn't do that. She didn't do it.
Which they talk about on the a series that she's on, and they implied that was it implied that she actually did ate the groceries.
And yeah,
wanted her
everybody's
to
saying
do
she
it.
actually did it.
The
He
pastor
wanted-
wanted her to eat his ass like groceries.
No, the acting gig she was doing.
Yeah, the show called Harlem on Amazon, and the dude laid on his back, and she's crawling up on him, but then he like lifts his legs up, like arches his back, like I want my booty, and she ran out the crib, like no, thank you.
Oh my gosh. I need to watch it. I seen it pop up on my Netflix, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay. So she actually didn't do the acting. It wasn't a part of. Okay.
Nah.
Okay. I don't even think that. I don't even think that's I think they were already separated and not announced it by the time she did that acting gig anyway. So I don't even think that has anything to do with anything.
Well, they said that she called him to let him know about the scene. Is that right, Story to Tell?
That's what they said. That she
Right.
called him and let him know. I guess maybe it was supposed to be more than it turned out being. Maybe it looked like, maybe on the original take it looked like he did do, she did do that, but when it actually came out, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
But he told her to go ahead and get them groceries though. Like he didn't tell her to stop. He told her to go ahead. He told her go ahead and go shopping. Get this fridge a little empty back home.
I don't think there's a reason. People is trying to say that's a reason why he wanted a divorce or whatever. I think
No,
I don't think that was the reason.
It might be because
I hadn't been paying that much attention to her dating life. Her love. I didn't know she went with a bunch of those rappers and I really didn't until this whole divorce thing came. I'm like, what? She went with 50. She went with this person. She went with that person. I'm like, dang.
Around the block like that.
But you know how that go, man. Them Hollywood people don't be. They go out to get a bite to eat a few times, bone, and just that's
Hang out.
it. They dated. Y'all didn't date.
Right.
Y'all hit.
And then and plus, who else she was supposed to go out with? Those are the only men around in her. You know what I'm saying? That Beatrice, you know how it would go.
Right. I get it. Yeah, I'm just saying that I just did not know, I guess I didn't pay that much attention, of her career. How some of the girls, they known for going with a bunch of guys like, J-Ho. But her, I didn't, I guess I didn't pay attention to too much of who she dated.
Yeah, she was always really quiet with it. So I don't know. People was trying to make it seem like she was an ex-hoe and, getting started into a housewife and this and that. And I just don't think that was really the case. And, I think she was always a pretty good girl,
She had a good little hit list. Nah, she got that work out there. Good girl.
I think she was
never unemployed. She was never
and just
unemployed.
because she was dating them don't mean she, slept with them all either.
Exactly.
Nah,
But
she
she was
did.
doing a little J-Lo.
Probably did.
What'd you say, Ryan?
Probably did, if I'm being honest. At least once.
Yeah, she did. She did. There's no love, no love lost.
Yeah.
I'ma still
I
have
mean,
for
yeah.
them DMs, when the time is right.
Yeah.
But
You
Well,
wait
it
till
is
wait
what it
till a
is.
little bit.
She's a very pretty girl. I mean, she been in the business since she was like 4 years old. So
Right.
she probably grew up with a lot of them,
yeah, I used to
and
watch
dated
my
dated
cousin
young.
Skeeter, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Used to what?
on Nickelodeon. On Nickelodeon, there was a show called My Cousin Skeeter. Yeah,
I remember
like
that.
this
Mhm.
puppet. Yeah, I grew up on that. I was like, "Damn, who this little goofy big forehead?" I love big foreheads, yo, and that's what stood out first. Yeah, that big
You
forehead. I'm
must
like,
love
"Damn."
Sade then. You love Sade?
That's the one that I don't like. I mean,
Oh,
attracted, yes, but I was never. She never did it for me. Maybe because she was so much older. Like it was a
that's
different.
Tyra Banks. You
Okay.
got pulled here
Oh
today.
yeah. Tyra was there for a little minute, but she's just too goofy for me, man.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Power Gear talking about she got some big juicy lips.
Who?
Oh, Megan.
Oh,
Megan. Yes, she do
I
have.
thought
Yeah,
that
she got the full lips.
I thought they was talking about me. I'm just joking.
Indeed,
Oh,
indeed.
Yeah, they talk about Megan. That's a little sidebar joke.
Megan just stole your joy.
It's just because I like
Did
those.
y'all see the latest? You see her now getting ready soon to be ex-husband. Latest what is that? Instagram post with him, a picture of him closing his eyes, got tears rolling down his eyes, and he put this whole New Year's post up there. Man, they went in on him.
Who?
Devon Franklin.
Really?
Yeah, he got a picture of him with his eyes closed and tears rolling down his eyes, talking about this is he claims it was an old picture. So why would you post it now? But this is how I feel now, going through my he didn't call it New Year, he called it True Year.
Okay.
Somebody should pull up his story to tell, see if you can pull up Devon Franklin. I think it's on his you or Ryan on his Instagram page. Yeah, they went in on him.
Saying what?
Like
He went through
simp,
that
like
bank account.
simp. They was ragging on him real bad.
That's why he was crying, yo. He saw that bank without her. He saw that joint account. She was
No, well,
part of it.
he got some big production deals coming in to work in Hollywood. He might end up one day being wealthier than her because he produces a lot of stuff, and I heard he got a lot of deals on the table with some major like Universal, major television networks and stuff, and movie networks.
You said what, Kay?
Who are we talking about right now?
Devon Franklin.
Devon Franklin.
Hey, so okay, so that's what I thought. So I was looking him up, and it says he's worth 10 and she's worth 5.
Yeah, that's a lie.
So what now? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
That because she, even though she's had some where she was the main actress in a movie, it was a black production, so they don't pay a whole lot in black productions. So a lot of actresses that you would think would make a lot more money than they do really don't make as much money as one would
Because
think.
it's not mainstream.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. So I can believe she's only worth $5 million, but because he's produced some stuff, he's worth more than she is.
Yeah, I always felt that he was.
I wouldn't be surprised because he is in production, so would not be surprised.
He's been doing it forever too. He's been doing production for and a lot of times that behind the scenes stuff is the money maker.
He didn't marry no.
Oh yeah, what the production, directing, writing, producing, that the behind the scenes is always better than the artist itself.
Right.
They make the most money. Yeah.
Right.
I need to start printing up some of these scripts then now.
Yeah, that's what the money is. It's in directing, producing, writing, and directing. Absolutely.
And then Trash Can Wave said the church is worth a lot of money. So Trash Can Wave saying that, the church that he is the head of or part of, pastor of, you probably get a lot of money from that too.
That laundromat.
That's like good stuff.
Is
Well,
it a big mega church?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know if he got a mega church or not.
Joel.
Because honestly, before she married him, I had never heard of him.
Right, I never heard of
So,
him either.
so he
Who's
was very
Target
low
having
key.
a nice lip, a juicy lip? Is he talking about Megan?
You said what now?
Mhm.
Probably.
Target talking about she got some big juicy lips. Is he talking about Megan Good on that?
Yeah,
Or was he talking about you?
I think
so.
I think we're talking about Megan Good. Why are you trying to be messy right now? You just trying
I
to
just said, I try to figure out who he's talking about.
be. There you go. Megan Good. She's the one with the pinnacle of juicy lips. But
We're gonna look her up real quick.
let me see. A story to tell. So do men? I mean, because sound like Ryan. You know, he's into discernment, and you know, certain things he want from a woman before he gets married. Okay, what's going on? Oh, never mind. So, so what do you like? You know, and I know I love asking you this all the time, but I think it seems like your answer changes too. But I mean, like, so do y'all go through the process? Are y'all, you know, of trying to pick out the proper mate, or y'all just kind of fall into it, and that's how we end up in really bad relationships that end up in really nasty divorces?
Yeah, that's how we end up in bad relationships. So now I'm doing it the right way. I mean, well, now it's going to be the right way, yo. Somebody gonna put that work in, yo. I'm just because I've made so many bad decisions in the past.
What do you mean put that work in?
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna make sure that they have you can't say no red flags, but I'm gonna make sure that red flag situation is to a minimum. You know, I'm gonna make sure whatever the red flag
I
is.
thought that was so funny. You said, "I'm gonna make sure that red flag situation is at a minimum."
Yeah, because you know you overlook a lot of that stuff, and it will destroy you, yo.
Right.
Right, especially if the nookie's good, you overlook a whole lot of that nookie is blinding.
Did it all for the nookie. Yep. That nookie.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Calm down. I know it's just a couple of days.
So now,
Mama be back.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't
Nah,
worry.
it's flashbacks, yo, because it's like the better the nookie, the more destruction you'll deal with on the back end, yo.
And so, what's a red flag to you? What are your red flags? What are your red flags? Because you speaking passionately about this.
My red flags are financial literacy, responsibility, and
responsibility. What do you mean responsibility?
Like just taking care of things that you need to take care of as an adult, making sure the bills are paid when they're supposed to be paid. What's another? I'm trying to think of another thing that's real important. To find out where you are in your life, you know, try to find in a roundabout way, see what type of trauma that you dealt with and whether it's been actually like you've been trying to overcome it or get help from it. You know what I mean? Like, because some people don't identify that they have been traumatized.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that is true, and I think that is a very good, good attribute that we tend to look over, especially in the Black community. I think when you're in the vetting process, you definitely need to, you know, especially if it's getting, I would say if it's getting serious, because that is a delicate situation. Now, if you just casually and you don't see it going nowhere and y'all just having fun, but if it's getting serious, then yeah, it's got to be some serious questions asked regarding mental stability and mental health. If do you have any mental health issues? Do you suffer with, you know, any type of thing I should be aware of? Because all those things can affect the relationship, and it could actually affect, you know, your children down the line, because some mental illnesses is hereditary.
And because when you first start out, and of course you know going in it for one reason or you overlook a lot, you know, their relationship with their family and their siblings, and you don't think that can affect you, you know, and you dating them, and you know their family is like, oh, I got kicked out the house, I gotta live with y'all now. Oh, whoa, what?
He's like, what? Come on in.
Who about to, exactly? You know what I'm saying? And you got 3 kids. You know, your sister got 3 kids. She got kicked out the house. Why'd you get kicked out the house? Why? You know what I mean? So you got to kind of look at their support system. That's something
Right.
you really got to, because you'll think, okay, I'm set. I got my, stuff in order. That ain't gonna affect me. It will. It definitely
Trash
will.
can, that's a roommate. I'm gonna need you to stop it.
He said, I think instead of 50-50 and we need both working and we both working, a man should be able to pay his own house bills, but he shouldn't have to worry about buying groceries, deodorant, toothpaste, household stuff at all. So he's basically talking about.
So what about her bills? She pay her own bills. That's a roommate. You might as well be roommates.
No, he's saying he'll pay all the
50-50 stuff. He's gonna cover the household, but dang it, can you buy groceries and make sure he keeps deodorant and toothpaste? Just
make sure.
No, he
can
said
wipe
pay
his
He'll
his
take care of
own.
other little stuff.
He
Yeah,
said pay
I think
his
he meant
own bills. So
household.
what about her bills?
Patricia, you getting greedy.
No, because I'm looking at the question. So if he's saying I'm gonna pay my own bills, and then she could pay for like the little toiletry stuff, but what about her bills? So is he saying I'm gonna pay all our bills and she buy the toiletries and the food and he gonna have
He
to.
said the household bills. He said
He
the
was gonna pay
household
the
bills.
bills. And
Okay, the household bills. Okay,
That's what I
all right.
read.
Make
Okay.
sure when he come home that he could wipe. It ain't at the end of the roll, or we gotta run to the store and I'm sitting here
Right.
like, yo, you got any more tissue down there?
Gotta go get some toilet tissue.
I think he's trying to say she needs to be taking care of the house because he's gonna pay for the house, so she needs to take care of the house. I think that's basically what he said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but trash can, what if, some people ain't good with stuff. Sometimes the roles need to be flipped. Like she may be better at paying the bills. It depends. Cause I say whatever the person is better at should do that. Like if who's ever better at the finances and paying the bills and saving and stuff should be in charge of that. So that's just me though.
Okay, right quick. I was just trash can. I was asking earlier about the light skin stuff. He's talking about crying and taking pictures. That's definitely some light skin stuff.
It's so messy. Let me see. Georgie Porgy says, when you vet, gotta meet the people who know the person and how they treat their loved ones.
I agree with that. Yeah. How they handle conflict with their loved ones, family members, because you could be getting into a toxic family, all of that is important. That for sure.
I mean, Georgia Porgy says, I'm married. I'm the only one who work. No other men in my house other than my sons. Okay. Georgia Porgy,
so you got to fix some shit too. So that's important now. You can't. You got to be able to fix some shit.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That means more to me than actually being able to pay somebody to fix this stuff.
So let's ask.
Break at 3 o'clock in the morning. You could be out there fixing.
Let's ask Ryan, like, where's your stance on that, Ryan? Like, if you got married, like, are you good with bills? Like, what would your home situation look like with you and your wife if you got married?
Yeah.
Ryan look like he got perfect credit.
I think it's pretty good. This is hard to think about. I'm married to mine. I'm not ready to get married right now and stuff like that. But I'm marriage minded. I want to be married, but I'm not ready right now. But as far as that would go, like, dang, that's hard. I always thought that we'd have like a joint account and our own separate accounts, something like that.
So you believe in having a joint account, you're saying?
Yeah, and like having our own separate accounts, like we kind of put money in a joint account and pay for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good at handling money, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's hard because that's like the number one people fight over is like finances. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think it's a good idea to discuss the finances prior to marriage, so
Mhm.
that once
Yeah.
you get married, you'll have a clean understanding on the financial responsibilities and how the
Yeah.
bill's gonna go and all of that.
Yeah, especially like debt and stuff like that. Like bringing debt. Like I have my own student debt. She might have student debt as well. She went to college or something, so we kind of be taking on that as well. Yeah, that is a good conversation to have.
Absolutely. Yep.
And how soon do you
Smart.
get into these kind of conversations?
Yeah, y'all put me on the spot tonight.
I mean, but Brian, this is a good thing because you are marriage minded, and you never know. I mean, you can meet someone tomorrow that is amazing, and you already want to have the foundation of what your expectations are of her, so you won't get caught up in the love. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you get, right, OG, you get lost in the love.
Absolutely.
So just having, already preset of discernment is like, that's the best thing to have success.
Yeah. So I guess I thought about would living together be a good idea, because I heard it's not a great idea to live together,
Right.
get married, but some people do already been like who are already in a longer relationship, already moved in together and lived together and kind of got some practice doing that stuff, like as far as like managing finances, as far as like
In the household.
yeah, and it's kind of just
Okay,
playing
so
around, but
you think living together before marriage is a good idea?
I don't know, but I mean, you don't really get to know someone until you live with them.
Okay, so you might stack up
Yeah.
for a little while. Will there be a time frame on that, or you just like until y'all feel like getting married?
Yeah, I guess I would do so until we get married. But yeah, I wouldn't want to start a family or anything like that before we got married, because that's a whole nother can of worms right there.
Mhm.
Right. You
Sis,
do
remember
want
God said-
children? You
Huh?
want children?
Yeah,
You want children?
You want a bunch of them or just one or two?
like 2 or 3, that'd be good.
Okay.
So what about you, Jay? Wait, how many children you want?
At this point,
Jay, I only can give you one. I can only squeeze out one good one for you. That's all I can do.
can you really?
Oh my God.
Yes, I really could.
You gonna pinch one more out? You gonna pinch one more out, teacher? Or that exquisite snatch? You gonna pinch one more out, girl?
Yes, I can. And I don't like how Jay is testing my gangster. He said, "Can you really?"
Wow. I think you really did try your face just now.
Oh, yes, girl. He tried my gangster. You said,
Can't
"What?"
leave him alone before you get in trouble with his lady. He says she's listening.
More back.
Yeah.
Respect.
I want, if I can have 2, I want 2.
Jay, I already told you I can only do one now. Refrigerator babies.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You'd be
Tish.
disappointed if all you had were girls.
Would I be disappointed?
Yeah.
I would, but I would live in the same.
I
Would
would
you
do.
keep, would
Yeah,
you
I
keep
guarantee
crying
you
until you
boy.
had the boy?
No,
If
I
you
wouldn't
get
keep
one
trying.
boy, would you be happy?
Yeah, if I got one boy, if I got a boy and a girl, I would be happy.
But what about one boy?
So you want them in that order, boy, girl. You want the boy to be oldest?
Yeah, I want the boy to be oldest. If I had a
Boy,
boy first,
Jay,
I would
I can
stop.
give you one boy. I can just give you one boy. That's all you gonna
Yeah,
get.
you gotta teach me that. Yeah, you gotta teach me that.
No, I ain't no
She
teaching
know
you.
how- she know how
I'm
to
gonna
make
do it.
boys.
We need to teach you. Stop playing with me.
I don't know how true that is, though. Is it a way you can guarantee a boy? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
If that's,
I believe there is. I believe
I'll let
there is.
Tish.
Try it out on me, and then y'all see if it works or not. And then be nothing but a bunch of damn girls, old ass girls.
yeah. See, the girls in my family had boys, and my brothers them had majority girls.
Yeah, my sisters mostly boys. I think we've only got one girl. I only have one girl niece on my side of the family. I mean, only one niece. Excuse me, I said one girl niece like an idiot. I have one niece on my side of the family. I have nieces on my husband's side of the family, but on my side, one girl. All the rest boys. Mom
Okay.
got what, 10 grandsons, something like that.
It's,
Oh, I
it's
lied, I
definitely
have two.
it's definitely more girls in my family for sure.
And you know what's crazy? Do y'all believe that like dudes who are dogs have girls? Do y'all believe that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Seriously, you do?
Right.
Meaning their dogs is girls.
No, like the worst dudes be
Guys
having
are
all
dogs.
these girls. Like
Oh,
big
Guys
meaning
are
do-
bad to women. When they finally have a
Oh, you
child, it'll
gotta
be a
pull out,
female.
girls. You gotta pull out towards the opening. What does that mean? You
What?
got- Georgie
Oh,
Porter said,
he's
"Girls,
saying you
you
gotta
gotta pull
do
out towards the opening."
open it. Yeah, like mushroom. They swim a little faster than us. I heard we lazy.
right.
So when you have a boy, you gotta be deep in there. I guess he's saying with girls, you
Is
gotta be
that what happened?
backing out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you
Look,
gotta be
y'all
backing
got
out.
all kind of things. Listen to Georgie Porgy. I ain't never heard of that in my life.
Me too. And then Jay know right exactly what he's talking about. We all like, huh? What are you talking about? And Jay right on it.
Yeah, we know silly stuff like that because we be wanting to have boys. It's like,
I
yeah, how
don't,
you do
I
the
don't
boys?
believe I don't believe in those little telltale. I just don't. I don't know.
I think
I
there's
heard
a
if
way
you
of
raise the lower back up, I heard that's another way to have a boy. Lay
I
on
think
her back, put a
and then
pillow
you
under her.
use
I
certain
think all of that is myths and superstitious. I do.
Georgie Porgy said he got 3 boys and 1 girl, so he know what he talking about, honey. Connie, he knows what he's talking about. Wait, Kay got all boys. Yep. That's all Kay know is boys.
Hey, you all boys?
Hmm?
Kay has all boys.
All boys.
Boys,
Honey.
4 boys,
How many boys you have, Kay?
4.
Oh wow.
Yes, she know nothing but boys.
We have to
Wow.
put our heads together, Kay. You're gonna have to show me what.
All right, Jay, I already told you what to do. Jay, I already told you I'm
No,
gonna show you what to do.
you mean tell Kay's husband to show you what to tell you the secret.
No, I'm sure she was the instructor. You know what I mean? Like,
Kay, now honestly, Kay, there was no philosophy, was it, to you and your husband making sure you had all 4 boys,
No,
right?
we did not. No, we had no discussion about how this was going to happen.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
was there
grateful
any-
for it. I'm
was there
grateful.
any-
Ready to find out, boy. Producer's gonna try to have her another boy.
No, heck to the no. No way. I don't want another one. Baby, look, if it do, I'm going to be a wealthy woman because it's going to be immaculate conception. It's
That's what we all say.
going to be immaculate conception up in this book.
Be writing about me.
Okay.
You say what, Kay?
I said they'd have to be writing about me. It's going to be
Okay.
That's right. Miracle Woman has a child. Yeah. I'll be the second
Despite the
immaculate
fact that her
conception.
tubes are past 20 years.
Right.
Yeah, good luck getting past this.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's how I got my tubes tied because I'm fertile Myrtle, and he wasn't shooting no blanks, so we were going to end up
okay.
with kids if we didn't stop.
I know that's right, Georgie Porgy. That's right. You had that girl get that vasectomy because you don't want no more. No more.
And then Trash Can Wave say, watch out for those taller seats, OG Patrice. What does that mean?
I have no idea. Trash can is crazy. I have no idea. But you know what? I think that it's very smart for men to make sure that if they know that they don't want any more children,
exactly,
the onus should be on them halfway, just like it is on the woman. But because they know women sometimes could be deceiving, saying that they don't want no more kids and they got their tubes tied and they taking birth control, yada, 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 and they get caught up. Men get the vasectomy so you know for sure.
Right.
If she get pregnant, it ain't yours.
Right. Period.
I believe men should protect themselves just as much as women should these days.
Exactly.
If not more, especially young men that's out there that's dating around and you know, still young, don't want no kids. You know, it ain't promised that you're gonna be with one girl for the rest of your life. You're gonna probably date a few women before you settle down. So just hopefully make sure that doesn't happen. I'm not saying get a vasectomy, but protect yourself. Now, if you that guy that don't want any kids, then yeah, go ahead, get the snip cut, slip it, rub it down, and whatever you got to make sure your hair done.
I I know a lot of women that require their husbands to get vasectomies after, they gave birth and they were like, okay, we don't want any more kids, so I want him to get cut because I've been through childbirth, so he can go and get some work done. I was not that chick. I was like, I know I don't want any more kids. I don't care if we together or not. I don't want no more kids, so I'm gonna just go and take care of this on my end. I didn't feel the need for him to get the vasectomy, but I definitely understand where you're coming from, OG, though. But I was like, nah, he don't have to get that done. I'm good. If he wants some more kids, knock yourself out. But it ain't gonna happen over here. I'm done.
I mean, because if you get your tubes tied and he don't get a vasectomy, and he just say not you, but any other couple, and then he end up tipping out and getting some other woman pregnant, then that's gonna be a major problem.
Knock yourself out. It won't happen over here. That's all I can attest.
Get that vasectomy, he ain't got to worry about knocking you or the next woman up.
I just look. If you out there doing dirt, you go get caught eventually. Something gonna come up. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to do kids. I ain't really worried about what you do. I don't want to.
Man, I know I got a couple girlfriends that had, their kids were like teenagers, like well into 15, 16, 18 years old. 21, and they husband, they tubes tied now, but then they husband tip out and get another woman pregnant, and that's more child support. Baby, not in my household. Not in mine.
Then we done. If you out there doing
exactly, girl, please. These women be taking their men back.
All I know is I don't want no money. I know my facts is closed. We done got everything cut, snipped, burned, laminated, everything sealed up. Doors and everything. We are done. We done took all the equipment down. Done. No, I sell my uterus on the internet if somebody wanted it.
Right.
I have no need for it. I'm good.
Yeah. And your youngest is, how old's your youngest, Kay?
20.
So you already know, girl, if you got pregnant and your youngest is 20, your son be looking at you like you crazy. Like, Mom, really? 20 years apart?
I have a girlfriend that I think, how old was her youngest? Her youngest was maybe early teens. And then she got pregnant again. Now she got a 5-year-old. Ooh, some of the lies.
Lord.
I can get that. Oh, Father God. Nope. As soon as I got pregnant with the youngest, I started doing the math of how old I was going to be. I was like, oh, okay, I can live with this. I can do this. But after this, I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Ain't no way in the world. Look, and then I have a child and I'm a grandmother. My child, I'm a grandmother having a child. So my grandkids will be older than my child.
Right.
That's great.
No, we're not doing that. No. No. I got a friend now. They got their aunt. He and his aunt are the same age.
Yeah, that's they are.
Y'all can have this. I love all my kids. Wouldn't get none of them back. So when I tell you I didn't want no more, I was like, oh, we good here. We good. I did my part. I procreated. Ain't that what the Bible said? I did my part.
Now, Kay, in those times you and your husband were trying, you guys did want to, right?
Trying. We never tried to have no babies. What you mean?
But once after the first or second one, did you want a girl?
No, he did. I didn't.
Okay.
No, I did not want a girl. No. He said, in fact, I was supposed to get my tubes tied after the second one, right? But then when I was 7 months pregnant, he was like, I don't want you to get your tubes tied. I want to try for a girl. I'm like, Negro, we didn't talk to 2 boys. What you mean?
Mhm. That's usually somebody be like, okay, now we can try for that girl.
We didn't try for none of them. Not now one.
I
And
ain't
then-
tried no more after my son. I wanted my son to be a girl, and when he wasn't no girl, I was already done. I was like, okay, thank you, God. You must be telling me something that I don't need a girl, so I'm all right with that.
I don't do hair. I'm sorry. No.
So, Patricia, you only got one child too.
Yeah, one son. Yeah,
Okay, wow. Yeah, I only have one myself. Wow. So,
yeah.
we're gonna wrap this up because my dog is going crazy tonight. I don't know. He's old and he's just being extra. But what are some final thoughts and words we have for tonight? So y'all don't believe in my concept of thinking about divorce before you get married. So okay, whatever.
I think you just named it wrong. Thinking about divorce before you get married, I think that mindset is
That's
just
sensationalism.
it's the mindset
that's
for me.
That's clickbait. That's what that title was.
Like,
That's
dang,
how-
you thinking about divorce and we ain't even married yet?
Right.
But I put the Vaughn picture up with Megan Good, and they are the example of why you should marry the right person for divorce.
On that point, though, apparently the internet's going a little crazy. I was reading while we were talking. The internet's going a little crazy, basically, based on some comments that the two of them posted right there at the end of the year. That sounds like things aren't going to be as amicable as they started out as. So we're gonna have to wait and see if they're gonna have an amicable divorce right now.
Right.
I know he was.
That's still to be.
I know she was his crush. Like he had a crush on her long before he met her. So like I think he was in La La Land once he met her. It was just it. He was smitten,
right? Yeah.
And she gave him a little bit of attention, you know.
Right. And then once everything, with men, once they get pretty used to it, then it's like, meh.
I mean, I think there might be a pretty obvious reason why they probably got divorced. I mean,
What do you think?
I mean,
her career?
9 years and no children. I mean, they didn't.
Ooh. Do you think that's why it's a divorce?
That's probably a very big factor.
Oh yeah, she froze her eggs too. She's an actress, so she froze her eggs.
Focused so heavily on her career that she didn't really give them, or they didn't start a family.
Well, let me ask you this, Ryan. If you got married and let's say 5 years into the marriage, y'all have been trying to have kids for a year or two and nothing happens. So then you go to the doctor, you find out that you can't have kids. Is that grounds for divorce?
No.
Okay. So you would be willing to work other options?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool thing.
What about you, Jay? Look at Jay. Jay popped that camera on so quick.
Hold on, Trish. There's still a chance for you. Go ahead, Jay.
I would show her Tammy Roman's video.
No, you did.
Letting the guy go out to get him a kid. Tammy Roman's older. She can't have no babies, so she's letting her boyfriend, go out, find him a kid, find him a woman that's trying to have a kid with him.
Wait, not actually do the act to have the kid, but I thought it was her. She was her egg implanted into the woman.
See, that's what I was trying to wonder too. They make it seem like that he gets to roam off, find some woman he wants to take down and put a baby in her. But I thought it was something more controlled, like you're saying, OG.
Yeah, Tish, research that situation. We can talk about that one next up because that's actually really good. Because I thought that they picked a lady and implanted Tammy's eggs into the lady with her husband's sperm. Like this lady is a surrogate, not the fact that she allowed him to smash another woman and get her pregnant.
Nah,
so he can go find the surrogate.
He can go find a baby mama. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he can go and smash.
Right.
I just don't think. I don't think
they have to agree upon the smash, or if he could just go smash until he gets somebody pregnant.
He can go find the person that agrees to have a baby with him.
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
Somebody to go date. not go out and date nobody. He can go find a woman that's willing to have his kid.
And she allowing him to have sex and get her pregnant if
Yep.
she's ovulating. Oh, we gonna have to research that one for the next one.
Exactly.
Too.
You're right. You're right.
It's gonna be juicy, right?
Yeah, that's just like we all like quiet, like, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna research that. That's definitely gonna be the next show too, because I got to. And I want to also do a show. I want Kay to share all of her nuances of marriage and how she have a successful marriage for almost 30 years. I mean, and
Oh yes,
and
honey, what's the secret? Tell the secrets, girl. Spill the beans. Give us the tea.
Exactly, for real.
Real quick before y'all wrap it up. Tammy Roman offered husband a chance to have a child with another woman. The actress told The Real that she wanted him to be able to carry on his legacy once they put surrogacy efforts on pause.
Oh, that was after the surrogacy thing. So, so that is basically saying she's given permission to go smash another woman that he could get pregnant, that would allow it.
So basically her eggs wasn't any good. They couldn't find a good egg that would be viable.
I know she did do an interview saying that they were having fertility problems. She did do that. So maybe they put that on hold. And she was like, yeah, I mean, if you could find a candidate, do what you got to do.
Wow. And
girl, that's that Hollywood stuff.
Exactly. And Patrice, we all know when men have a baby mama, they always want to go back up in it. They always do.
They always want to run amok.
They always want to run amok. They always want to run amok.
He going to grab my kid real quick. He'll be back.
Right. Yeah. He'll be back. All right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's how that works.
But Ryan made that point though. Like, how much of a factor y'all think that plays into? You think he's much of a jackass that he would divorce Megan because she couldn't give him a baby? You think she couldn't or she wouldn't?
Well, she froze her eggs. She froze her eggs.
If I was in a position like her, okay, I'm an actress, and of course, one of the reasons I get roles is because I have this fabulous body. Yeah, we're gonna freeze them eggs and we're gonna put them in somebody else. I'm not getting pregnant. I'm sorry.
That's what she probably wanted to do, and he probably
I want kids, but I don't want to have to deal with the possible change of body that I'm gonna have, or the definite change of body. Yeah. I paid too much money for this body. We're gonna put this in somebody else.
And that's what Ryan was basically saying too. That's not, to me, that's not a nurturing woman. That's not a nurturing woman at all. So Ryan, what do you think? Do you think that's a nurturing woman that is more concerned about how her body looks than to carry your seed, your baby?
Yeah, it just sounds like she's more focused on her career, and that's her number one priority.
So you think that could have been the issue with the marriage, you think?
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, Destination Dad, how are you?
Destination Dad.
We were supposed to get married, and then afterwards you disappeared on me.
I know, man. I disappeared for a minute. Little flashes here and there. How everybody doing?
Hey, sweetheart.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? I'm doing good.
Yeah. So, what do you think about planning your divorce before you even get married? Like, what do you think about that?
What, planning a divorce before you get married?
Knowing that if everything should go wrong, that she's a good woman to be able to divorce, and so she will be a good person to marry because she's a kind-hearted person. Solid who she is. There's not going to be any surprises. I mean, we all been in situations we were surprised, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. I actually look for that. Like, look, if things will go right, you know what? She seems pretty cool. She ain't gonna try to make my my life miserable. So I agree with you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Look at that. You got to,
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it took you to the 11th hour of the show to find someone to agree with that.
Yeah, you got good timing now.
I just think the divorce.
Sooner, man, but I'm still working, so I wanted to get up here. But no, I think it makes sense, man, because you guys like a prenup, like what OG was saying about a prenup and posting up, man. You got to protect yourself. So going in, you got to be like, all right, how am I going to protect myself? And what is it going to be like with this separation with her? And I can see that. Yeah.
Well, Destination Dad, you haven't been in my emails yet. So I don't understand why you talking so good and not in my emails. I just don't understand what's going on here.
Well, I'm about to check your about page right now. Send you something.
Okay.
Let me see.
All right.
I don't know. It's just for me. I think it's the way. I think it's the way Tish saying it. I think just calling it. I think it's calling it divorce before you get married.
Right.
I think it's that thing for me, because I don't want to look at it as a divorce, thinking about a divorce before I get married. Maybe just thinking about taking care of my business before I get married, making sure my assets is straight before I get married, making sure that prenup before I get married, making sure we having the conversations before I get married, not necessarily, oh, I'm thinking about the divorce and I'm not even married yet. I don't know, just something that mindset for me.
I mean, but it's the same thing as a prenup, just like Ryan said. I mean, he didn't say those together, but it's the same concept to me as a prenup, right?
But it's more of a in case with the prenup. I'm protecting my assets in case we divorce before one of us dies. Not I'm thinking about the divorce before I get married concept. It's a mindset for me. You know what I mean?
But isn't prenup the same mindset though? Like you get
the prenup is protecting the assets in case.
Again, you need to use some common assets to not marry the damn devil.
And a prenup has to be agreed on by both people.
You said what, Kay? I mean, what, Ryan?
And the prenup has to be agreed on by both people. And like it was when we talked about like I guess planning, I guess looking for someone who is easy to divorce, it's kind of more of a one-sided thing. Well, with the prenup, at least both people are cooperating and doing it together, and I guess agreeing on this document. I don't know much about prenups, but it seems like the prenup is more when the I guess the people in a relationship are cooperating, or the mindset of finding someone or who would be easy to divorce is kind of more one-sided, because it seems like one person is all the way in, one person is like halfway in.
Out.
Yeah, that's the difference I see.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm telling you, it's a mindset. Thinking divorce before you get married, and just thinking I'm protecting my assets in case the marriage. You know what I mean?
Hey, Blake, what you talking about, Blake? Blake is Mr. Messy Boots. Why don't you come up, Blake?
Actually, I think Blake said something I agree with. Pull up that one of his comments.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's 11. Do y'all ever think marriage will be an expiring contract? Do y'all ever think they'll set something up like that?
What do you mean by an expiring contract? Clarify.
Meaning like, okay, you get married and they're like, okay, after 3 years,
you got to renew.
It's expired. You got to renew, or you can go your separate ways.
You should at least put 5 years on it, man. Come on, give us 5 years on it. 3 years could be a little rough. That's not enough time in to be sure that you need to leave.
I don't think so. I mean, what about you, Destination Dad? You were never married before. Have you been Destination Dad?
No, I was never married before.
Yeah, I would be your first wife.
Yep.
I am so ready to be a wife. I am a professional. I will do you so right. Anyway, so how do you feel about the expiration?
Yo, I like it. It's like renewing the contract. It's like, okay, let's do 5 years. So you want to renew. Yeah.
You're going to re-up.
Or do the 7 years, like, you know, that
you got to re-enlist like the military.
yeah, exactly. And then going back, like I asked one of my exes, I was like, yo, man, you think me and you went through the same thing as me and my current ex? She was like, nah. So just having someone peaceful and agreeable is something beautiful. So it's like, yeah, I can't even compare it. But yeah, just knowing that someone's not going to be vindictive when you break up, I mean, it's almost like, you don't really know. But, you know, there's some girls that I dated in the past, so I know their style. And, you know, I would probably get with them before I get with something new, knowing their demeanor now like that.
Right.
But yeah, every 7 years, man. That's what I feel. Like if you're gonna renew 7 years, that's the number. 5 to
We
7.
should do a show about that,
I know.
I'm down.
Okay.
and we should do a show about that expiring, the Tammy Roman thing, and then like expiring contracts. Like, how do you think that would affect? There could be a lot less people getting married.
I think it'd
a
be
lot
more
less
people getting married.
holding on. It'd be a lot more people holding on to marriage.
You think so?
I think you'd actually end up getting more marriages because people would feel like I got an out, an easy out if I need to, versus that for better for worse, richer for poor, we staying in this shit forever and ever, or you're gonna cough money out your ass to get divorced. When you see that, oh, I got a loophole. There's a loophole. I can get out of this because we have to agree to renew. We both have to agree to renew, right? Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
It'd be marked
Versus
on the
divorce.
calendar.
Renew
What's
or
up?
cancel your contract.
Yeah, let's see. What's up, Blake? What's going on, honey?
I'm eating cherry sours and listening to you guys talk.
Okay,
Okay.
cherry?
But I'm
Yeah,
not
cherry
like
sours.
that.
Fresh cherries or
No,
in a
no.
jar?
No, the candy cherry sours.
Oh, cherry
No.
sours. Oh, I haven't had
Yeah.
those in years.
I hadn't either, but I got some for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
We missed you on the last stream, so nice to be back.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to blow up your comment section so you get some more, whatever. Anyway,
Thank you.
I think
Y'all need to comment after the show ends. That we need those comments too. Go ahead.
I think that people ought to have to go through questionnaires like about their relationships before they ever even get married. Like, I don't know, 60, 70, 100 questions. How many children? Who's going to work? What are we going to do with the money? How are we going to pay the bills? Blah, 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 blah. And then share those questions and those answers with your partner and look at them separately. And if you don't like your partner's answers, maybe you shouldn't get married. Like
A marriage questionnaire. I like that.
Well, I mean, honestly, though, like how many of these things do people actually think about or talk about beforehand? Before they get into relationships or before they get engaged or before they even get married. I mean,
Not
do
enough.
people have any of this stuff worked out? And how eye-opening would it be if you just took like a couple hours and went in and it was required for you to get a marriage certificate or a marriage license, I should say, or whatever the state issues, to say, yes, you're going to answer these questions and your partner's going to read them. And then you're going to have 4-hour counseling sessions before you ever get married. And if you have any differences, you're going to work them out and you're actually going to do a marriage contract that's going to hold up in court. I don't think that would be a bad idea. Actually, I think it'd be a really good idea.
Something to think about.
Yeah, Time Magazine said for the first
Hey,
time.
I gotta go. I have to do some things before I go to
Okay,
bed.
babe. Well, we
All right,
appreciate you
Ryan.
coming, Ryan.
Don't sleep tonight.
Thanks for coming up. Hope we see you again, sweetheart.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have a
Thank
good
you,
All right.
baby.
Good night.
Quick question, Ryan. Would you do a speed dating?
I thought about it once, but I opted not to.
What
I don't know.
about online? Like
Yeah,
this type of setup.
I'd be open to try it, but
On this setup.
Oh, a speed dating on here.
Yeah. Would you do it?
yeah, why
Would you
not?
be a contestant? All right.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Okay, we'll be in contact.
Look at you. We gonna work that out. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
all
Why not? Yeah, sure.
right, babe. Thank you for coming out. We'll be in contact for that because it'll be fun. What about you, Destination Dad? Would you want to do a speed dating like online? Wouldn't that be fun? Even though we'll pick each other, of course. But what do you think?
I'm
Yeah,
too
whatever.
shy for that. I'm too shy for that.
You two, what?
I'm too shy for that.
Well, Ryan Harris is clearly an introvert. You can work it out.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
I know you ain't shy. I just thought I'd put that out there.
Exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
We would
speechless.
we would set it up so that they're fist fighting for you.
Oh.
All you gotta do is lay back.
Now we have that trend. I'm good there.
Home, Blake, you down?
For speed dating?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it'd be fun. I don't know that it would go anywhere, but it'd be entertaining.
Yeah, where it goes is up to y'all after
We're
that.
gonna have to work on ironing out the details or something like that, and have a little sign up sheet and all kind of stuff. Yeah, we're gonna work that out.
Yeah,
Hey,
Okay.
yeah. Jay
I'll tell you.
already talking about it, but we need to really pull it together because that would be. You know what? Let's plan it for Valentine's Day.
I'm sorry.
Valentine's
Day.
I mean, you know
what? Valentine's Day.
I mean, I know I don't have a man, and yeah, I'm just saying a Valentine's Day in the general. You know, like in the Valentine's month, right? February,
or that Saturday or something like that.
right? Exactly. Wouldn't that be super cool?
Okay, but we're still waiting on your cuddler session.
Oh, like remember they didn't have anything in Charlotte, so that's why they do the cuddling.
I know. I'm gonna see what I can find in South Carolina.
Yeah, they had is like something like weird North Carolina places, like backwoods and stuff, where people I don't know, but they didn't have any in Charlotte. But yeah, what were you saying? But so hold on. So Destination Day, you say you would do a renewal of marriage?
Yeah, I'll do a renewal of marriage.
Oh, come on now. But wouldn't that mess up the whole integrity of marriage?
It would, but it depends. Like, if I'm really digging it and, I'm being honest with myself, like, chances are we might get divorced, blah, blah, blah. And if we love each other, we're going to go past that 7. So we might just do it for the first 7 years. And then we're like, all right, no more contracts. And then we might be good. But, like if we feel in each other and we want to protect, each other's assets and each other's sanity, then, one, I think it will, like Trish said, I think more people get married. 2, I think more people will work on keeping the marriage together because it's only for 7 years. So they want to just do that 7 years to end the contract properly. And then 3, like I said, you get a renewal, like, all right, we don't need to put these stipulations on it anymore. We can just, do the thing and see where it takes us.
Okay. Wow, I'm really kind of surprised about that. I mean, it does sound right, but they're never going to do that. It
wouldn't be my preference, but like if she wanted to do it, I mean, I can only see a benefit from it, and not, unless she's like some type of superstar and I'm trying to get something from her, then they ain't benefiting me at all. But I don't see a benefit of it. I don't see it as a harm. Not doing 7 years, unless I'm going to lose out on something.
Okay.
And I put something in the private chat for y'all that y'all might find interesting.
Yeah, what is it? I was trying to look at it. Let me see.
Like, men are more likely to be single than women now, and it gives some reasons.
Let me see. But then they were saying that Black women, we're going to be 60-some% single. 66.
62, I think, right?
Right, yeah, 62%.
Yeah. That's the article that Lee pulled up, man. When
Yeah.
60%, yeah, man. The old man with his boxers on and a suit jacket. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's depressing. So before we leave, Blake, Blake, before we leave, I just wanted to confront you real quick. Just real quick.
Okay.
Why you always digging in Blake's ass?
Well, hey, I wanted to share something, a story that I kind of ran into and happened to me over the last couple of days before I go too. But you first.
Okay. Well, why did you find it important for me to have to lower myself to apologize to my daughter for being such a whore mother?
What? What happened?
No, I was just joking. No, in the comment section, he was saying that it would have been great if I apologized to my daughter for having more than one husband. And first of all, in Black culture, we don't apologize to children because they may want that all the time. Number 2, I know, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just saying a bunch of different things. But so why did you feel like I needed to? I mean, even though I said I sprinkled apologies throughout the live stream to her per se, I guess you could say that. But why did you feel like that was important to lower myself to do that, Blake? Why you want me to have such a hard time all the time?
Why do you think that apologizing to your child for something that you didn't do well is lowering yourself?
Okay, so what was your thing? You gonna say I ain't getting this with you?
You brought it up. Hey, talk about it. Let's go. I'm ready to hear it.
Because I'm human, I made mistakes, Blake,
Right.
like we all have.
So
Mhm.
why is admitting that lowering yourself?
Well, I did admit it, Blake, and I know you heard it throughout the live stream, but you just wanted that last, you know, because you like me have a hard time.
I never heard you say anything approaching what I put in the comment section.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So anyway, what were you?
You may have felt that, or it may have sounded off in your head that way, but that's not what you said.
I'm sorry, you opened up the can of worms. Oh, wait.
Because I know how he gets down. I don't know him, but I know him well enough to know how he gets down. So I just wanted to make it nice and spicy before we left. Anyway, what were you?
Raw and spicy is good. I like spicy tuna at the sushi place. It's good.
Right, exactly. And so, what were you saying now? What did you want to bring up?
Well, there's this girl that I started talking to a couple days ago, just online, just chatting with her, and
Okay.
I was interested in her. She was attractive and stuff, and the conversation progressed, and we started talking more frequently over the last couple days, and come to find out, she's in a polyamorous relationship.
Okay.
Now I've heard of this before, but I didn't really. I've never been exposed to it. And she
Right.
said that what she practices is ethical polyamory. And I asked her, "What does that mean?" And she says, "Well, I don't want to be anybody's side piece, and I don't want to be anybody's side chick, and all this stuff." I'm sorry about my phone beeping. And I said, "Well, if you're engaged in polyamory, isn't that what you are? You're somebody's side chick."
Why
Like-
she say that to you? She don't know who
Because
she.
I asked her.
She don't know who she
because I asked her-
was up with.
Because I asked her to explain it. Like it got my curiosity going, because she's defining it as like ethical polyamory, and I was like, why would you attach that to it? Anyway, it was a trip. She just kept going on and on and on, and I thought it kind of dovetails in with your guys' conversation, because you're talking about kind of the complete opposite of the spectrum for as far as relationships go. But
Right.
I don't understand how people can deal with that. I don't
Me-
understand how that's sustainable.
It
So-
does not work for everyone.
So so are you gonna keep dating her? Does this change your mind on smashing her or not?
No, we've never dated, and I don't have any desire to smash anymore.
He
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
want to go any further.
Okay, so
No,
that polyamorous talk did turn you off.
Yeah, that's not really the gutter that I want to put my foot in.
Oh my God, that terminology.
I love when white people, they have such the strangest ways of wording things. It's so funny.
Well, I mean, like, okay, this is what she said when she was
Okay.
explaining it. She says, "I have a boyfriend," which I guess she meant like her main boyfriend,
Okay.
and he has a partner, right?
Okay.
So he's got an extra girl, and she's got a boyfriend, and now she's looking for a boyfriend, which she was entertaining me, I guess. And I'm sitting here going, okay, so her boyfriend's other partner, does she then have another partner?
Right.
And we never got past it, but I was sitting there thinking, okay, she's talking about like BDSM, and she's doing impact play and primal play, and she's doing some kind of kinky stuff. And I'm sitting here going, okay, do they get together and like expect the guys to do stuff to the other guys? Do they have like this
That's
spider web?
That's your
Do they have like this spider web of like 50 different people that all kind of like have alternate partners? And I mean, my mind was going all over the place, and I'm going, these are not the kind of people I want to even.
Right.
Associate with.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. So how
I
do
mean,
you
she was attractive. She was really good looking, but
her elevator don't go up to the top floor enough for you?
no.
They usually are, Blake. They usually are.
Yeah.
You see how good looking, Jay?
Yeah, the bums are usually
I mean, she was a good 8.
Trash can wave say she thought you were simping for real, and then you said, and then Trash can say I would have hit. So why does that turn you off from not wanting to hit anymore?
Because it's not even like a genuine person. Like I can't even.
Right.
I don't know.
So you want a real relationship. You want something that's real. You just don't want ass.
Right. I mean,
so you don't do casual sex?
I used to, but no, not anymore. I mean, everybody wants.
Remember he had
Everybody wants to have sex.
Remember he had those 4 women at one time? He is tapped out, okay? He done all the tapping he can do, okay?
I mean, everybody wants to have sex. Everybody wants to have sex, but it doesn't become enjoyable until you spend time with the same person. Like you get to know them, you become intimate, you share different things, you know, experience different things. Like
you know your spot.
Yeah, it's no fun to just roll the dice new every night and just see what you end up with. You got to know what you're looking for.
So that's the nation that. So you're into possibly like extending the marital certification or whatever you call it. Would you be into polyamorous relationships?
Nah.
Oh, okay. That's okay. You just said nah, and that's that. ...
Nah, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I'd rather just cheat on you.
You know what? You're my boy. I love that. You said, nah, I'm just gonna do the old-fashioned way, just cheat on your ass. I love that.
Old school. Let me just cheat, man. There's some BS out here. I'm about to let you know what I'm doing. No.
You are so funny. It is so true. Like, this is keep it simple, right? What about you, Jay? Would you be into a polyamorous relationship?
Nah, I couldn't. I don't have the energy for it to sustain 2 people, entertain. So yeah, I couldn't do it. I could have lied to myself when I was younger and said that I would, but nah.
Okay.
My husband and I were just talking about this the other day.
I mean, if you're actually like trying in a relationship and you know trying to get pleased and please the other person, there's bound to be some friction. I mean, it doesn't matter how open you think you are as a human being. Eventually you're going to develop some feelings for somebody, and they're going to be a little bit stronger than the other person. Somebody's going to piss you off, and the whole mess is going to blow up.
I got a story. All right. So, a long time ago, I met this chick, and she was telling me, she was asking me a question. She was like, do you think it's possible for couples to swing and not develop feelings for each other, for the other person? And I was like, I mean, depends on the person, because some people really can compartmentalize and sex to sex and no feelings involved. And other people, you know, bond to the penis they're with, and, you know, vice versa. And so she was like, well, no, it's the other woman, you know, apparently she and her husband and another couple were swapping partners, right? Okay, so I'm sitting there listening to her, and I'm going, wait a minute, what the fuck did she just say? So she and this woman have been hooking up, right? And she had developed feelings for this woman. And so I said, well, let me ask you. I said, while you and this other woman are playing with each other, what are the men doing? They're sitting back watching y'all jacking off. What are they doing? Because they have an agreement, no penetration.
Okay.
Right? And I was like, okay, so what are the men doing? She said, I mean, well, they're with each other. You know, what do you mean they're with each other?
Exactly. What does that look like?
So they're doing stuff together, and then we're doing stuff together. I said, oh, look, I said, so did you know your husband was bi when you met him? And she said, he's not bi.
Hold on. Well, she said she meant.
So, your husband is over here playing with this other man, like literally, because there's no penetration involved. The 2 guys are either jacking each other off, or they are performing fellatio on each other. And
no, because that would be penetration.
Well, penetration as in entering the ass or the vagina with penis. That's what she meant by no penetration.
The mouth don't count?
The mouth does not count as penetration, no.
Don't run off with that, Blake. Don't run off with that. Go ahead.
No, it's but she was like, yeah, they do their own thing, and then we're doing our own thing. And so I totally forgot about this whole feelings thing. I'm like, but your husband gay, boo.
Exactly. Like girlfriend. The girlfriend.
The straight man out there that's doing that. That's not how this works. And she was so confused. Like it never once occurred to her that her husband was gay while he is performing fellatio on another man. It was because she didn't think she was gay either. While she was eating coochie, she didn't think she was gay. I was, oh, okay, boo boo. Okay.
People are strange and they are weird.
Right, but apparently her husband was mad at her for catching feelings for this other chick because he hadn't caught feelings for the dude.
Exactly. That's how that usually goes wrong. Or that's how.
Very, very wrong, very, very fast, and she didn't see the real problem here.
When you started to tell that story, I immediately thought that it's not that you would develop feelings for the person that you're swinging with, but it would like destroy whatever you had left of your marriage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like not necessarily that you would fall in love with somebody else, but whatever you thought you had would just be disintegrated.
That would be different, I would think. I know people that swing. I know people that tried swinging and it ruined the marriage. Other couples that still swing and they're having a ball. So, and then, I mean, it's a wide spectrum of people out there. I don't kink shame. I think do what works for you. That's all I got on that one.
It must be difficult.
I didn't think he was gay. Like what is going on out here in these streets? Like, oh, bye. What are you? No,
he's not bi.
No, he just sucks cock. That's all.
Yeah, he just sucks a little cock.
It's a little on the side. It's a little on a Thursday night.
I'm saying every friend that I've known that have been in them type of relationships has been nothing but disastrous. Almost every, especially living in Vegas. I had a but this was in Illinois. I had a best girlfriend. Man, her fell out years ago, but she, was go dabbling back and forth with, women and men. And then she decides she wants to only be with a man and get married. So she gets this, she started dating exclusively this guy and they get engaged. And then of course she tells the guy about her attraction to women. And then of course, what is every man's fantasy to be with two women. Then they start having menage a trois and stuff. And then she started calling me, talking about she's suspicious because she think that her man is dipping off with the woman. And sure enough, they were. She come pick me up. Look, she come pick me up, switch cars with me one night incognito. She told him she going to work and I'm in the car with her down the street about a block from the house. And she sure enough, she wait outside and then there comes the lady that they was both getting down with. She's sneaking in the house by my girlfriend. Yeah, and we went in there and bust them, and they was fighting. It was just crazy. It's too much crazy.
It's crazy.
Like I can't do it. And then the ones I knew, the friends I know in Vegas that doing the poly stuff, they all like what Kay's saying. They confused. The men don't know they bi or gay. The women don't. This one couple, the man and the woman was together. They was married for a long time, had a son, had a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
And they invites another woman into the relationship. And like Kay said about the two women end up falling in love with each other. Now the two women want to leave the husband and the child. Girl, it's just too much for me.
So that's a no for you. So you
oh God, I cannot. That's just too much drama.
I'm too territorial.
Yeah. I ain't sharing my man with nobody. Period. Right. Point blank. Nobody.
And I have enough crazy for 5 people, so we don't need another person in the mix. I mean, I got the crazy department, so we good. We're so good.
If I can, I want to ask the other guys. It seems like there's always this idea that women have about men, and I don't know that it's necessarily accurate. Do you guys have a fantasy of being with 2 women at the same time?
once upon a time, but now as I've gotten older, absolutely not. Yeah, that's exhausting. I mean, unless I was just wealthy where I could lay back and do absolutely nothing. Like literally just lay
Yeah,
back
yeah.
and be serviced, full serviced. Outside of that, like talking and hanging out and eating dinner, like no, that's not my fantasy.
You said, no, that's not my fantasy. And you sound so serious. You sound like you so through just talking about it.
It is exhausting. It's exhausting balancing women. It's definitely.
Mhm.
But then thinking of trying to please two women, it's hard enough to please one. Shoot, you ain't guaranteed to make one woman come. Hey, good luck with two.
My ex was
That's
a
a lot of work.
whole deviant, yo. She was so I'm fully exhausted from even the thought of that, yo.
What about you, Destination Dad?
Nah, I'm trying to ride into the sunset with one woman. That's it.
Oh, and who's that woman?
Talking to me. Silly guys.
Oh, no one thought that was funny except me. Okay, I
Mm.
loved it. Thank you. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys. Any last comments before we go? My dog was acting stupid tonight. I didn't put. You know what? I didn't put his collar on. I usually put a shock collar on him to calm him down, but I don't know where he's at. So that's why he's going extra silly tonight. Find his shock collar. But anyway, so do you have any last words before we head out for tonight?
I'm good.
Last words. That's
Mhm.
it.
Or whatever. So my last words would be, not to cut anyone off. My last words would be is,
I'm sorry.
boy, shut up. My last word would be,
Y'all just
I didn't even hear that. What did Blake say?
I'm sorry. Blake just wants. He's not happy until someone's foot on my neck. So the other night, he just wanted my daughter's foot on my neck when he's not around to have his foot on my neck. That's his deal.
But would you enjoy that?
I mean, let me, you know, sometimes it's let me be honest with y'all. It's hard being a major bitch. It's like really hard. And sometimes it's nice for someone to take that power away from you and just to take full control and tell you how much of a piece of crap you are and you have nothing to think about.
And put a nice Timberland on your neck.
Yeah, some steel boot shoes or whatever. Something so I won't have to think of not being a bitch all the time. It's hard work.
So you want to get manhandled. You want to get manhandled.
I kind of come up behind you. I kind of come up behind you and put your hand underneath your chin and bite your ear and then tell you what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she said. See that? Her whole body responded to that.
Yes, actually, yes, to all of that. A million times, yes.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff, and I'm good at it.
Oh, okay. But me and Destination Dad were getting married, but I don't know.
About to be nice to you now, Blake. You're talking a language now.
And he knows it.
Destination Dad, you see how Tish up here clowning, and you might want to think about that divorce before marriage.
or you might want to buy a new pair of Timbs.
Yo, man, you had me die with that Timberland on the neck. I was like,
you gotta put Timberlands on the neck. You gotta do that barefoot.
No, we need to
shoot. You know what, guys? I have fun every time I talk to you. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Take care, Blake.
I need track marks on my neck, so I definitely know, as a reminder, in case I want to get uppity or anything like that. But yeah, so before you leave, Blake and everybody, just the main thing is when we're dating and we're single, have discernment and think about the end while you at the beginning. So that can be in a great way, getting married to someone and going off into the sunset, but also the realistic. I mean, marriages do end in divorce 50 to 60% of the time. So just marry someone who is basically, all I was saying is kind-hearted, and no matter how crappy things could get or would get, that they are just a good they still have that same type of heart, and not someone who has that lukewarm, selfish spirit about them. It's something that can be definitely seen in advance. I've done it. I married men who, you know, we got divorced and things were cool. And that's why I don't mind getting married again, because I never had any really horrible experiences, because you marry people who are baseline decent. Not like that thing goes
I
wrong.
agree with that, Tish. I think if your marriage was horrible, your mindset is not going to be as open to it as before. I'm like you, like my divorce. Like I said, man, my husband was set. Man, my ex-husband sat next to each other. Went up to the judge. We laughing and talking. Hugged each other after it was over. He went his way. I went mine. It was really cool. But so I guess that's why my mind is more open too. So I guess it does make a difference. If it was a really snobby, crappy, horrible divorce, then most people's mindsets is going to be against marriage.
Right. Exactly. Any last words, Blake?
Yeah, I would just say, especially to the women, don't think of men as animals or pigs or just after sex, because there's a lot to men, just like there's a lot to women, and it's never going to work out if you can't see a vision of it working out with somebody. You know, don't be looking toward divorce. If you can't picture it, you'll probably never get it. So
Right. You should be picturing long life together, not how am I going to get out this shit.
Okay, that's
Right.
fair.
I agree.
What about you? Did I ask you Destination Dad, or am I being redundant? What's your last words?
No, you didn't ask me. I don't have any.
You said what?
So
He don't have any.
One more time?
He don't have any.
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. And Jay, you already said last words, right? Okay. But anyway, well, I appreciate y'all so very much. Next time, you know, I don't know what we're going to talk about. What we're going to talk about, I can't remember, but I'll
Tammy
remember.
Rowland. Tammy Rowland.
Tammy Rowland. Yeah, we're going to dissect this Tammy Rowland situation. And would y'all be willing to, men or women, you know, even some men cannot make children. Would you be willing to let your woman run off and let a man impregnate her and bring that baby back to you? And women, would y'all be willing to let a man go off and impregnate and bring that baby back to you? How would y'all be feeling about that? So
Hell no. I can answer that now for me. Hell no.
No, and I'll say the same thing. Nope.
But maybe y'all minds will change the next time we'll have this show.
Oh, hell no. It'll be hell no tomorrow, next week, next month, and next year.
So we'll expand the concept out and really, like I said, I'm gonna do the research and see exactly what is going on with that, and to see. I mean, you never know. It might be some people who down with it. Jay might be down with it. He kind of quiet about it, so who knows? But we will see. Anyway, I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a great night. Now, honestly,
All right. Have a good night. Shout out to the chat.
Bye bye, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye, Kay. Bye, Tish.
Y'all know
Bye,
my
panel.
Y'all know my email. Okay, bye.
All right.
So